101.7 KSAM is KSAM Huntsville, and you're listening to the Bearcat Sports Network. Sam Houston Bearcat Baseball is back on 101.7 KSAM. Every pitch, catch, and home run right here. Bearcat Baseball is on the air. Now let's head down to the field with the voice of the Sam Houston Bearcats, Rob Hipp. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Well, eat 'em up, Cats, indeed, and welcome to another edition of Sam Houston Baseball right here on 101.7 FM KSAM and the Bearcat Sports Radio Network. We're excited to bring you this one here today as we are live at the Dawn. It's game number 2 in this 3-game series. Sam Houston taking care of business last night as they thwarted Tarleton 12 runs to 4. So this is game 2. Sam Houston entering this contest 8-5. They opened up WAC play with the 1-0 record. Tarleton 3-10. They dropped the first one on the road. Again, WAC play just getting underway. This is the first series of conference play. I'm joined by my good friend, as always, an analyst here this afternoon, Mr. Brian Adams. Brian, good to have you on, man.
Hey, Rob, it's good to be here with you again. And, man, what beautiful weather we're having out here at the Dawn. Come out, watch some good baseball. If you can't make it, listen to Rob and I. We'll bring it to you live here shortly.
Yeah, we're about to get underway. First pitch is scheduled for 3 p.m. Well, Carl, as I mentioned earlier, the Cats blasted Tarleton in the WAC opener. Cole Wisniewski woke up Friday morning not knowing that he would be starting Sam Houston's first ever game in WAC play. The senior, he took full advantage of that opportunity. Wisniewski put up career highs with 10 strikeouts in 7 innings. He didn't walk a batter as the Cats, as I said earlier, went 8-5 now overall, 1-0 to open up WAC play with that convincing 12-4 victory. It was very chilly and cold and windy. Brian, I was coming back from Las Vegas. We were on the plane. We had the men's basketball tournament. Unfortunately, both the men and the women fell in the second round, but a great season for both of those two programs under head coach Raven Justice and coach Jason Hooten. Very proud of our basketball programs, but we were flying in last night. Have you ever been on a flight where everyone on the plane clapped when you landed?
Well, no, and thank goodness I haven't.
It was one of those type of flights last night. We were coming in. Of course, that cold front was blowing through. I got some really awesome footage of the clouds, but as we came in, the wings were kind of tilting back and forth, and it was one of those right before you hit the runway, the wing actually tilted to the left.
Nice.
They came in on a crosswind landing, but man, those pilots for that particular airline that started here in Texas, some of the best in the country, man. So I'm glad that we made it here and we're able to call baseball. Brian.
Yeah, me too, Rob. And, you know, I saw some footage last night from a high school game that was the Hornets were playing. I believe they were down in Katy. And I was looking at one of the players for the Hornets, and everybody knows who he is, Cooper Molness, and he was out dancing in the outfield. It was so cold, he was doing anything he could to stay warm as the flag was just whipping. So, yeah, it was windy and cold last night. Today, hey, it's still going to be a little bit cool. The temperature at game time, Rob, is going to be 55 degrees with the wind blowing out of the north-northwest about 7 miles an hour. But it is sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and what a perfect day to play some big-time baseball.
Much different than last night when it was 38 degrees, cloudy, and the wind's blowing north at 16. Continuing on, talking about Sam Houston with that opening win versus Tarleton in Game 1 of this 3-game series. None of that weather, nothing phased Wisniewski or the Bearcat offense. They picked up right where they left off, and it's big weekend versus Texas Southern where they had the big series there, reaching double digits in runs. It's the 4th straight game. They're going to try to make it 5, and I think they've got a great opportunity here on their home field here in Huntsville. The Cats put up an early 3 spot in the first inning. They surrendered 2 runs apiece in both the second and third. However, Sam Houston retook the lead with 4 scores in the third to begin that onslaught of 9 unanswered runs to pull away from the Texans last night. We talk about the reigning WAC hitter of the week, Carlos Contreras, and what a week that young man had. Led the way, reaching base in all 5 of his trips to the plate with 4 hits, 3 runs scored, and a pair of RBI. And here in just a few moments, I believe we are going to have our country's national anthem. Let's go to Quentin Baylor, our public address announcer, and our country's national anthem.
In honor of America, those who have served and those who currently serve, with the playing of the national anthem.
As always, a beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem. And we'll start here tonight, or this afternoon. Sam Houston pitcher getting the start. The junior, Stephen Beard, he's on the mound. And Brian, I know you got a little bit of information for us about Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen, man, he's been a great pitcher here for Sam Houston. He's a 3-year junior starter, and he throws a left-handed. He's 6 foot, 190, out of the Woodlands, Texas, product of Woodlands High School. And he's had a pretty good year so far. He's got 1 win against 1 loss. He's got 13 innings pitched so far, Rob. He's 16 hits. He has a 5.27 ERA. But I tell you what, today he is looking sharp. I can see a lot of action as he's warming up. He looks like his arm is live, and I expect a good day out of Steve Beard this afternoon.
Looking forward to having that junior out there and seeing what he can do. Again, as Brian mentioned, a 5.27 ERA, 13 2/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 8 runs on 16 hits this season. The junior out of the Woodlands, Texas, part of that Bermuda Triangle, as we call it, here in East Texas, getting the start here for Sam Houston. By the way, Sam Houston in their orange jerseys and the white pinstripe black and white pants, the numbers in black outlined in white, Bearkats written across the front. Tarleton is in their black road jerseys, numbers in purple outlined in white. They're in their gray pants with the purple stripe and the black socks. They also have their black helmets on the offense. And to start that offense, we'll go 1, 2, and 3. They'll start with the center fielder. It is number 3, Alec Williams. They'll go to the left fielder in that second in the order, Kimwell Thomas Riviera. And then third will be the third baseman, Carter Dobrynski. That is your starting 3 here that'll get right off the gate to get things rolling here in just a few moments. Again, Rob Hipp up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us alongside Brian Adams. This game is made possible in part by our good friends at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B. And Brian, here we go as Williams will step up to the plate here. A left-handed batter will go against Beard here, starting for Sam Houston. I'm excited, man. It's a beautiful day for baseball.
Yes, it is, and we are just about underway here this afternoon at the Don.
Beard out there on the mound and getting set here in just a few moments as he looks through his glove. He'll kick up his right leg, left-handed pitch on the way, and that one a little too low to start things here for Beard. The early count, 1-0. Here's the next delivery. You can hear that wind on our crowd microphone. That one across the plate for a strike, an 80-mile-an-hour off speed. Good pitch. Count even at 1-1 as we're just underway. Here's the next delivery. This one swung on and missed to bring the count at 1-2.
Alec Williams up to bat here this afternoon, and Alec has a .319 batting average.
2 home runs, 5 RBIs on the season. Here's the next pitch to Alec as this time they're checking down over to the plate, and that will be a strikeout looking. So great start here for Beard, the junior, as we're already 1 down, just underway here in the top of the first.
Yeah, that's what Beard wanted. I mean, he wants to get the first man out. Obviously, first pitch, you want to get a strike. He didn't get it on that batter, still got him out. That's how you want to start a ball game.
We'll go second in the order, the left fielder, Kimwell Thomas Riviera. First pitch on the way, and how about that, 84-mile-an-hour, clip the corner for a strike. Early count, 0-1. Here's the next pitch on the way. This one too close to the inside to even us. One's across the board. It's a little worried coming into this ball game, Brian. I started losing my voice during that basketball tournament. Got it back, though, today, man. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing on and a miss to bring it to 1-2.
Nice off-speed pitch there by Beard. I mean, the batter was way out in front of that pitch.
Put that one on him at 83 miles an hour. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss for the second out.
Man, Beard is feeling it right now. And I tell you what, Rob, Sam Houston has had a very tough schedule to start this season off. I mean, they had a 4-game game against Nebraska where they won 3 of the 4, and they played Oklahoma State at that point in time, was ranked number 4 in the nation, beat them, had a tough game against Texas. So they've had some really tough opponents to start this season off.
Here's Tarleton back over here, third in the order, the third baseman, Carter Dobrynski. .375 this season, 2 home runs, 12 ribeyes. He'll hit this one foul. That's the first foul ball that we've seen. Goes right behind us here in the press box. The early count, 0-1.
Beard throwing from the stretch.
Here's the next pitch. This one swung on over to left center, and we'll see as I believe it is Miles Jefferson coming over and making the grab. And just like that, we are 1, 2, and 3 to get things started. We are through half an inning, bottom of the first coming up, and we'll see that Bearcat offense here in just a few moments. Stay with us, friends. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Back at it, friends. About to get underway here in the bottom of the first. And on the mound, getting the start here for Tarleton this afternoon is Isaiah Campa. I also believe another junior out here. Brian, you've got some info for us on him.
Yeah, Isaiah Campa. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's 6'1", 180 junior out of El Paso, Texas. Product of Socorro High School, transfer out of New Mexico. And he's going to take the mound first for Tarleton. Try to keep this game tied up here in the first inning, 0-0.
Leading off for Sam Houston to get things started will be the designated hitter, Anthony McKenzie. Second in the order, Clayton Chadwick, the center fielder. And then batting third is the third baseman, Justin Wischkowski. So those warm-up pitches on the mound now for Isaiah Campa. Again, we want to welcome you into the broadcast. Let us know you're here this afternoon. We'd love to hear from you. You can text us on our Bearcat fan text line at 512-522-9105. Again, 512-522-9105. And if you're in the booth with us, you can also send a comment. We'll get to those as this game goes along. So again, Anthony McKenzie here leading off for Sam Houston. Did not play last night, so his first opportunity here against Tarleton. Campa on the mound, a right-handed pitcher. McKenzie, 231 on the season. No home runs, 1 RBI. Winds up. Here's the right-handed delivery to the left-handed batsman. That one across the plate on the corner, 83 miles an hour on that corner for the first strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Campa has a 3.60 ERA.
McKenzie eagerly awaiting the delivery. Left leg's up. Here's the right-handed pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. 86-mile-an-hour fastball right across the plate. Good pitch there by Campa.
Yeah, a couple of good fastballs there by Campa. It looks like he's trying to paint the outside corner on McKenzie, and so far he's done really well at that. Up in the count.
Campa holding the glove above his face. Say the dawn is about a third filled here this afternoon. Beautiful day, by the way, for baseball. It's maybe a little chilly in the shade. Taking a lot of time here is Campa. Still finally gets set for the delivery. Kicks up his left leg. Here's the pitch on the way. That one too far to the outside on an 84-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-2. Trying to get him to bite. McKenzie wasn't hungry there. Kind of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again here in the bottom of the first. No outs. Sam Houston leading off here, no score. Campa getting set. Here's his next pitch. It's on the way. This one chopped over to first. Seltzer easily unassisted tag for the first out.
Yeah, 1 bouncer right to the first baseman. Easy play. Picks it up, steps on the bag. And Tarleton has their first out of the ballgame.
They'll take a second in the order. The center fielder, Clayton Chadwick. Clayton Chadwick for Sam Houston, 5'9", 195-pound sophomore out of Lavernia, Texas, Lavernia High School. Having a good season so far, batting .404, no home runs, but 8 RBIs here in this early season. 14th game of the year for Sam Houston, and their second here in this series opener in the WAC. Here's the first pitch from Campa on the way to the left-handed batter. This one hit foul into the net. The early count 0-1, one away. Trying to keep those excitement levels down to a minimum, Brian, so I can stay on the broadcast today.
So you can keep talking?
Yeah, man.
Well, hang in there, man.
Sunshine to his back is Chadwick. Campa taking his time here. I'm surprised he's not going very fast on these deliveries. He has a lot of time in between pitches. Here is the right-handed pitch. That one dropped in. Nice little off-speed at 76 miles an hour. Dropped right in the zone for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. I mean, you got Chadwick sitting up there, and that ball started way off the plate, drops in over the corner. Good pitch.
Sam Houston trying to make it 5 wins in a row, currently on that 4-game streak. Campa, the 0-2 pitch, one away. This one too low and in the corner. Jaime Perez, the catcher out there. We didn't set up the defense yet, by the way. Of course, Campa's on the mound. Perez is the catcher. Colby Seltzer over at first. Corey Young at second. Over at third is Carter Dobrynski. Shortstop is Brian Aguilar. And then from left to right, it is Kimwell Riviera, Thomas Riviera, Alec Williams, and London Green. He had no score. One away here in the bottom of the first. This one foul tip into the back wall. The count at 0-2, or 1-2.
Nice swing there by Chadwick. He knows he has to protect the plate. The ball was just maybe a tad bit outside, but when you got 2 strikes on you, anything close, you've got to be swinging, and that's what he did right there.
Well, Sam Houston got off to that 3-0 lead last night versus Tarleton. Before relinquishing the lead back in the third, it was 4-3 then. They put up 4 runs, though, in the bottom of the third to regain the lead and never looked back. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from Campa. This one hit foul into that fence, into the netting behind third base line. Count remains 1-2, and the battle getting underway here. Good at bat for Chadwick so far. There's a few hand claps out there, Brian.
There's a few.
A lot of reason to be happy today.
Yeah.
Campa, a little bit of sunshine to his face here. That sun to the back of Chadwick, currently 1-2, one away, no score, bottom of the first. Here's Campa's delivery. This one high upstairs into the outside, 88-mile-an-hour fastball. That's maybe the fastest one he's thrown yet, but it was just out of the reach. The count even at 2-2. Mentioned earlier, Sam Houston on that 4-game winning streak after facing Texas Southern in that 3-game series. This team is putting up a slew of runs in those 4 wins. Here's the 2-2, foul tip into the back of the net. The loss coming back on March the 1st before that 4-game streak got underway. Of course, it was against top-ranked Texas, 10-2 loss there. They held with them through the first couple of innings. You were on that call with me, Brian.
Yeah, they did. They held with them a couple of innings. It looked very promising for Sam Houston, and just a matter of moments overwhelmed by those Texas batters.
Again, 2-2. Here we are, one away. Bottom of the first. Sam Houston's Clayton Chadwick, the center fielder here at the plate. Left-handed batter from the right-handed pitching of Campa. It's on its way. This one chopped over, and that's going to be a single. He may try to come around, and he's going to retreat and go back. So a beautiful hit out there near right center as it rolled right up through the field. And that's a base hit on a 2-2 pitch. That's a good start there for the Bearkats in one-out territory. Clayton Chadwick.
Great at bat by Chadwick. I mean, he fought off several pitches. There's nothing more frustrating than having a batter up there foul off your pitches. And that was happening right there. And then Chadwick got one he could hit. Good bat there by Chadwick.
Third baseman Justin Wiskoski, 444 on the season. 2 homers, 13 ribeyes. He wants to get some steaks cooking here this early afternoon. Back to a right-handed batter. Campa will look over his shoulder. Here's the pitch high upstairs. Boy, had to duck down below that one. 1-0 early count.
Well, that was right at Wiskoski's side there. She said he just ducked down, went over the top of him.
Playing a little duck, goose, man, but you don't want to get goosed by those balls.
You sure don't.
You'll take the ducks all day. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. Runner over at first is Chadwick for the Cats. Here's Campa's next pitch. Chadwick will take off looking for the stolen base. Sliding, diving, safe, and stolen.
Nice jump there by Chadwick. I mean, as soon as that pitcher turned his head to the catcher, Chadwick was gone. Great steal there by Chadwick.
So Chadwick now over at second after the stolen base. The pitch, by the way, was a strike as it came across. 1 ball, 1 strike, just 1 away here. Chadwick in scoring position, and Wisconsin trying to get that grill fired up here for him. No score, bottom of the first. Campa on the mound here, keeping an eye over his right shoulder. Here's the pitch on the way, low to the outside corner, 2-1.
Wisniewski batting .444 at the moment for Sam Houston. That is strong.
Yeah, Wisniewski, an opportunity here. There's a lot of wishes here in Huntsville, Brian.
There is, isn't it? I just found that out.
Here's the 2-1. This one popped foul over behind our press box. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little bit more crowd starting to come in here today on this Saturday afternoon at the Dawn here in Huntsville. A little bit of wind out there. We can see the SH flag followed by the beautiful United States flag and the Texas flag out there at right center, 375. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one chopped up to the mound and foul ball. Took a bounce there. And
it bounced off the inside of his ankle there.
Yeah, it just took a big bounce and popped right up back over there inside the field. So a foul ball it is, 2-2, 1 away. Again, Chadwick, the base runner, over at second. Wisniewski trying to bring him in. Wisniewski with 4 at-bats last night, had 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, walked once. Campa still taking his time here. Lifts up his left leg. Here's the right-handed delivery. Too far to the outside, 82 miles an hour. And that'll bring us to our first full count of the afternoon at 3-2. It'll go on Wisniewski. Third in the order, Sam Houston, Tarleton. No score. Bearkats at bat here in the bottom of the first. Only 1 out. You know that Wisniewski is be a great opportunity for him to knock this one out of here. Put 2 up early. Of course, the hit here would surely score as Campa looks back over his right shoulder to second. That's where Chadwick is. Here's the pitch on its way. This one over to left in the sunshine. Kimwell Thomas is going to have an opportunity, and Chadwick won't be able to advance. So tough break there for Wisniewski as we're at our second out now.
Well, that was on the ends, just right off the hands of Wisniewski. If he'd have been able to get the barrel of the bat on that, he'd have probably driven that straight over the 375 sign in left center, but caught it off the hands. Nice play there by Tarleton.
Cleaning up for the Bearkats, left-handed batsman, 4th in the order, the left fielder, Carlos Contreras. Contreras was 4 for 4 last night. How about that? Got his average up to 440, 22 RBIs, 2 home runs this season, had 3 runs in that ball game. Swing and a miss here on a 72-mile-an-hour off speed. Got him to bite. He was a little hungry and swung on it. 0-1.
Campa, man, just threw the roundhouse curveball. Took forever to get there. And Contreras was way out in front.
Campa now ready to deliver here. Tall in his stance, looks over to second over his right shoulder, keeping Chadwick out there on it. Chadwick will run back over and tag on the base. And that counted 0-1, 2 away. Bearkats would love nothing more than to get out to an early start here, but it's 2-out territory. Chadwick is in position. Picked up his second stolen base of the season just a little bit earlier. Here's the 0-1. High to the outside, 1-1. Good eye there by Carlos Contreras.
Rob, today's game is sponsored by Advantage Specialties. Stephanie Pitt's company and her coworkers are out here. The first 100 people in the stadium get a clear Sam Houston bag and a koozie on behalf of Advantage Specialties.
Yeah, appreciate them, and I bet they gave away all of them because there's more than 100 here.
Yes, there is.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Here's the pitch on the way. This one dropped down. Oh, man. That was a late called strike. 1-2.
73-mile-an-hour curveball. Just nasty against Contreras, a right-handed hitter.
Home plate umpire, by the way, is Samuel Kea. First base, Clayton Ham, and over at third is Clayton Park. Nobody's over at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Chadwick remains over at second for the Bearkats. No score here in the bottom of the first. Campa trying to keep it that way. Glances twice. Here's the pitch on its way. Hit foul off the third base line. Count remains 1-2. Battle starting here for Contreras. Well, 55 and sunny out here, and it should remain pretty much that way through the entire afternoon. We won't see the sun until late in this ball game start to settle down. A few fans over in the berm that we can see. Not too many, though. Most of them are in the stands here this afternoon at the Dawn. Campa getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. Keeps the eye on second. Here's the delivery. This one swung on, chop fouls. It goes into the back. The count remains 1-2.
Great eye there by Contreras. Again, another roundhouse curveball. And Campa started this ball more over the plate. It broke down into Contreras' feet. Good eye on Contreras' part.
Contreras at El Paso, Texas, Lake Travis High School. They're a powerhouse in 6A in the Lone Star State. Transfer from Cisco College. Only a junior. A lot of baseball left in this young man's collegiate career. Pops this one foul way up into the air. That was near the bird that was flying up there in the air, Brian.
Yeah, it sure was.
Count remains 1-2. Well, if Contreras can get on, that should score a run. As Chadwick remains out there at second, Trent Touche is fifth in the order of the first baseman. Out of your top of the order, scoring all the runs last night for Sam Houston. Your top 5 made up the meat of those 12 runs in the 12-4 advantage. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still in the bottom of the first, no score. Sam Houston at bat, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, high to the outside, 2-2.
Well, he is not giving Contreras anything easy or over the plate. It's been all off-speed stuff on the corners.
Shout out to our good friend Frank Robinson III. Joining us in the booth. Good to see you, Frank. I know that's your good buddy, Brian.
Yes, he is. Frank, we appreciate it. Glad you're out there watching or listening.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Chadwick over at second. Contreras, the left-handed batsman. Here's the pitch. This one, as it goes foul way over off the third base line and into the Bearkats bullpen in that area. And boy, I'm telling you what, Contreras is fighting here.
He is. He looks like he's late on all his swings, but what he's trying to do is really get a good eye of that pitch from Campa, try to get his eyes on those big roundhouse curveballs and put it out over the second baseman.
"19 pitches so far, not to Contreras, but in total, now make it 20 total pitches by Campas. That one goes foul.
Fans, remember to keep an eye out for foul balls that may come your way to the seating area and return.
There's got to be at least 8 or 9 of those that have went here to Contreras, Brian. I haven't been keeping count of that.
Yeah, that's a lot of pitches for the very first inning of a ball game.
But again, Campa, already at 20 total. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Chadwick eager to come in and score a run. Let's get those stakes going here for Contreras. Here's the pitch on the way. That one low in the dirt. Chadwick will take off over to third, and that's his 3rd stolen base of the season.
Yep, good eye there by Contreras. I mean, the ball bounced in front of the plate into the catcher's mitt. Nice eyes. Stolen base to third there. Sam Houston threatening.
Count remains 2-2, 2 away. If Sam Houston can do a little 2-out magic here and get on that board early. 21 pitches already here by Campa. Contreras. Full count pitch on the way. Contreras pops this one way into the air, and he'll stay alive here. Took a long time to hear the pop on the top of the Don above us in the press box. That ball went way up high in the air, Brian.
Yes, it did. These last, Chadwick and Contreras both are making Campa work. He has had to throw a lot of pitches to just these two batters.
Good friend Tony Minton is joining us from San Francisco. Saying hello to you as well, Brian.
Hey, Tony. Thank you, sir.
Count remains 3-2. Campa on the mound here to Contreras. Here's the pitch. It's on its way. This one swung foul tip. And
wow.
Contreras says, I'm not going anywhere, guys. Get your money's worth here in this first inning alone. Brian, you got me a burger a while ago, too, man. It's sitting over here getting cold. I could probably plowed into that thing already.
I was going to say, man, I was going to ask you how it was, but I see it's still sitting there.
Game count remains 3-2, 2 away, no score here in the bottom of the first. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Last night, 12-4 over Tarleton, trying to make it 5 wins in a row.
Wow.
And the bat stays alive here for Contreras.
Boy, this is a really good bat by Contreras. I mean, he was doing 2 and worked his way all the way up to a full count and fighting it off pitch by pitch.
Contreras, of course, the whack hitter of the week on March the 7th after he drove in 15 RBIs in that 3-game series versus Texas Southern.
Smokes.
You want to talk about cooking the steaks, man. They ran out of them at the local supermarket during that game. Campa's 3-2. And he took it for a walk. Oh, good eye. And after all those pitches to Contreras, he will stand up tall over at first base as he was walked.
Yep, Campa throws another off-speed, big roundhouse curve inside. Contreras had a great eye after fighting off all those pitches to make his way over to first. Now you have runners at first and third with 2 outs here in the first.
Well, mentioned earlier, if Contreras could get on, Touche was waiting, and here he is. Trent Touche, the right-handed batsman, 327 on the season, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. Touche had 1 run in the win last night. The first baseman at bat. Here's the pitch on its way. This one popped up into the air, and this one may be catchable by Seltzer over at first as he'll track it, and he'll actually leave it over to his second baseman, Corey Young, and that will do it. High in the sky, sun was in his eyes. The Bearkats, unfortunately, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 on base. There's a lot of time in that inning, but we're through 1, no score. Top of the second coming up. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Back at it, friends. Thanks for joining us here from Van Wagner on the Bearcats Sports Radio Network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams as Bearcats baseball continues. No score as we're through 1. Top of the second coming up, and we'll go 4, 5, and 6 here for the Tarleton Texans. They will start with the designated hitter, Taylor Daniel, followed by Colby Seltzer, who just had that 3rd out for his defense against Sam Houston as he plays. Actually, it wasn't Seltzer, it was Corey Young. Seltzer plays over at first, and then London Green batting 6th. So again, Daniel, Seltzer, and Green. Taylor Daniel, the designated hitter. Averages 217 on the season, 4 RBIs so far this year. Here's the pitch quickly, and this one across the plate for a strike. He was trying to place a bunt, pulled it away, but it's called a strike, 0-1.
Again, Stephen Beard comes out in the stretch. First pitch strike, that's how you want to start.
Here's the next one. This one popped up. It may be catchable in foul territory. Trent Touche running, tracking it down, has the grab with the left hand up in the air. Sunshine at his face and all, and makes the play.
Great catch there by Touche. And think about this, Rob. You got that wind out of the north-northwest, 7 miles an hour. So that pop-up comes to first, and it just drifts over towards that dugout. Great concentration on Touche's part.
Colby Seltzer.
Take us fifth in the order, the first baseman, Colby Seltzer. 220 on the season, 6 RBIs, 2 homers here for this young man. Right-handed batter is Seltzer. Junior out of Hazlet, Texas. First one, ball or strike here as it clips the corner. North Central Texas College. 195-11 junior. Start talking Seltzer, I start getting thirsty up here.
Boy, that was close.
Next pitch, a ball, I believe.
Yeah, it was a ball. It was low, but
1-1.
man, it was so close.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Nobody on. We're tied up at 0 here in the top of the second. Here's the next pitch on the way. That one got the inside corner for a strike, 1-2.
Boy, that was a nasty curveball there by Beard. Catches at the inside part of the plate. Man, just so difficult.
Just a little bit earlier, Daniel fouled that one out over to first base for the first out. This one, oh man, I think that may have hit the right ankle. You heard it pop off the shin guard, and unfortunately there, Seltzer will reach on a walk as he was hit by the pitch.
Yeah, I believe that one got away from Beard. I mean, looked like it hit Seltzer on the front left ankle.
Right fielder, number 4, London Green.
So that's going to give them their first runner on base this afternoon.
Before that, it was 4 up, 4 down to start things for Stephen Beard on the mound. That'll take us 6th in the order. The right fielder, London Green, 179 on the season, 6 RBIs, 1 homer. Here's the first pitch, trying to place the bunt. The home plate umpire checking down over to first base, and I believe they're going to give him a ball, 1-0. He was looking over there. The first base umpire didn't tell him anything.
I know. It looked like he put his bat out there and fouled it off for a strike, but okay.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. Here in the top of the second, no score. Here's the pitch. Now a little bit too high, trying to go off speed and drop it in the square, 74 mile an hour, and it's a ball, 2-0 here on Stephen Beard. Again, if you're out there, we'd love to hear from you. We've had a few messages come in. Here's 2-0. Oh, did he get him over first? Yes, he did. Picked him off, baby. Stephen Beard with a quick eye over to Trent Touche and picked him off for the second out.
What a good move by Stephen Beard. I mean, he's looking at the catcher, throws over to first, catches him sleeping, tagged him out. Good play.
Little 1-out Dunsky to make it 2 outs now. That'll go 7th in the order, Corey Young. This one swung, hit hard. Actually, it was still London Green, beg your pardon, and Green, he'll have a single here over to first.
That was a great at-bat there by London Green. He's sitting there waiting. He's a right-handed hitter, catches it on the inside part of the plate, turns on it, puts the barrel of the bat on the ball, drives it between third and short. Nice hit there by Tarleton.
Yeah, it was a 1-2 count on Green, beg your pardon, and that'll take us down now 7th at the order, Corey Young. So Green will get on first. It's the first hit, by the way, second time on base here for Tarleton. Here's the pitch on the way, bunt placed off the third baseline, rolls foul, 1-0-1.
So there are 2 outs, a runner on first, ball hit, runner is going automatically with 2 outs.
Beard staring him down here. Left-handed batter to the right, or left-handed pitch to the right-handed batter. It's on its way. This one swung and foul, or beg your pardon, strike, 0-2.
Yeah, tried to check swing, couldn't hold it back, broke his wrist. The umpire calls him for a strike.
Oh, 2 away. Runner on one over there is Green, who singled moments ago. This one hit over to short. Should be able to make the throw in time to first, and it is. And we're now through the inning. Good job out there by Miles Jefferson over to Trent Touche.
1 hit, 1 runner left.
There was
Base.
no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We are through 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up, no score. Stay with us, friends. Sam Houston Baseball continues in a moment from Ben Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wiesner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wiesner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wiesner Huntsville.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp, Brian Adams, live from the Don here in beautiful Huntsville, Texas. The wind is whipping at 6 to 7 miles an hour out of the north. It's in the mid-50s. A beautiful day for baseball as we are through 1.5 innings. Bottom of the second coming up. And for the Bearkats, they will go 6, 7, and 8. No score. Easton Lloyd will try to get a lead off here for Sam Houston, the second baseman, to get things started. Brian, been a fun one so far.
Yeah, it has been a fun one so far. The pitchers are doing a really good job on both sides. Keeping their team in the ball game. I mean, obviously we're early in the game, the top of the second, but quite a long first inning, quite a number of pitches thrown by Campa here to start that game out.
Easton Lloyd will step up. Here, the left-handed batter for the Bearcats shrugs his shoulders, steps into the box, that left foot down near the lower inside corner. And the bottom of the second, Campa gets ready. And here we go. We're back underway. His right-handed pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. A little off-speed there. And we got Easton Lloyd to take a swing on it, 0-1.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch there by Campa. Off-speed pitch right over the plate. And soon as Easton was getting ready to swing, it dove down at the ankles. Nasty pitch.
Campa already 34 pitches in this ball game. It's a crazy number. We're only in the bottom of the second. Next one, late swing, hit foul, bounces off the top of the training roof off that third base side. The count 0-2 on Easton Lloyd. A lot of those pitches, of course, thanks to Carlos Contreras, who was at bat for, man, I want to say at least 7-8 minutes.
Seemed like
not longer.
Seemed like it, sure.
Campa. Sunshine sparkling off his front of his face, just below the bill of his hat. On the mound, here's the 0-2. Right-handed pitch to the outside, 1-2. A bit different so far in this ball game compared to last night. At this point, it was 3-2 Bearkats. No runs yet, though. Here we are in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Good eye right there by Easton Lloyd as it came across for a ball. He thought about it, pulled back, and it's 2-2. Brian, you and I had some fun last year. We made that journey over to Stephen F. Austin in that little tiny box. We got a lot more room up here, though.
Yeah, we do.
Here's the 2-2. This one popped way up into the air and in front of the Bearcat dugout. The catcher not able to make the grab. That would have been a tough one for Jaime Perez. And thankfully, if you're a Bearcat fan, it will stay as a foul ball, and the count remains 2-2. That was really hard for Perez. He had a good effort on it, though.
Yeah, I think the third baseman, though, Carter Dobrynski, had a better chance at it, but kind of waved it off to the catcher, Perez, and I think he should have hung on to it because I think he'd have made that grab.
In that area, too, the sun is starting to set back there. Or it's still far from the evening, but you get what I'm saying, Brian. It's right in your face. 2-2. Count, no score here in the bottom of the second. Lloyd looking for the leadoff single. Here's the pitch. This one too close to the inside on his belt line, and the count is full at 3-2.
Wow, that was a 72-mile-an-hour curveball. It took half a day to get there. Man.
Billy Irwin joining us in the booth. Good to hear from you, Billy. Here's the payoff on the way. This one over to right. London Green with an opportunity, and he'll raise up his left glove there at right field, and we're one away.
Just got under it a little bit. Drove Green all the way to the warning track there in right field. Just got under it a little too much.
Right fielder, number 7, Jacob Guerrero.
So we'll go 7th in the order, the right fielder, Jacob Guerrero. Here for Sam Houston. Bottom of the second we are. There's no score, one away. Guerrero, right-handed batter. And the right-handing pitching of Isaiah Campa. Here's his pitch. That one dropped in for a strike on the 74-mile-an-hour off speed, 0-1. Sally Hosea also joining us and listening on the Bearcats Sports Radio Network, also in the booth. Good to hear from you, Sally.
Yeah, thank you, Sally.
Always cheering on the Bearcats. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one popped up into the air, and Brian Aguilar, the shortstop, will get under it and makes the grab. Took a while for that one to get down to his glove, and we're 2 away. I'll give Campa credit. That's now 3 in a row that he's retired, going back to the first. That'll take us 8th in the order. The catcher, Wes Foles, for your Bearcats. 182 on the season. 3 RBIs for Wes Foles. Wes, 6'1", 190, sophomore out of Sweeney, Texas. Right-handed batter. Here's the right-handed pitch from Campa. Fastball across the plate, 84 miles an hour, and he looked at it for the strike.
Ooh, boy, that's the one you want to turn on right there. Right down the middle, 84 miles an hour, turn and rip it.
Wes Foles did not bat last night. Here's the 0-1. That one low to the outside corner. Looked at it for the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. No score here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Campa's throwing, Rob, about 80% off-speed pitches here so far this afternoon. And he's had a much better outing this inning than he did in the first.
Trying to go 4 retired in a row. He's got 3 right now, going back to that last out in the first. Again, Campa so methodical with his pitches. He takes a lot of time here. Here's the 1-1. This one over to center. Alec Williams just in front of the big green makes the grab, and that will do it. And now it is 4 in a row for Campa.
For the Bearcats in the bottom of the second, 3 up and 3
so
down.
A quick 3 up, 3 down. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on. We are through 2. Top of the third coming up. Stay with us, friends, from Ben Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care, next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Back at it, friends. Rob Hipp, Brian Adams here live from the broadcast booth at the beautiful Don Sanders Stadium here in East Texas in Huntsville. We are no score. Top of the third coming up. Bearkats hosting Tarleton here in the WAC series opener. Sam Houston taking care of business last night in the 12-4 victory. And Tarleton, the Texans, will lead off here. They'll go 8-9-1.
Number 9. Jaime.
So we'll go to Jaime Perez. Jaime Perez here getting the start here in the top of this third. Here's the pitch quickly on the way by Beard. 78 off speeder for the strike, 0-1. No, they called it a ball, Brian? Is that right? Well, I thought the umpire said strike.
Oh, I did too. And then it looked like he was asking the third base umpires.
They have it wrong on the score, but it was a strike. Here's the next one. That one to the inside. Now it's 1-1. They're showing 2-0 up on the board, but it's 1-1. I always said that's the hardest job in a baseball or in any sport. This one hit foul way off that first baseline. It'll go into the berm. There's a trash can out there. Boy, I wonder if that ball goes into that trash can. Is that free tacos for everybody?
It ought to be. Taco Saturday.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Perez. This one over to first. And trying to make the flip and dip back to the pitcher. Did he get him in time? Oh, he's safe. Just beat that one out. Got a little bit away from Trent Touche to track it down. Stephen Beard, the pitcher, ran over there first, and it was just a second too, about a half a second too slow.
Yeah, that's that play where you always work at the first base and the pitcher when you have a bunt, and they were not that clean on it. Touche takes the bunt. Beard, the pitcher, runs to first. He tosses it to him, and Beard can't get there before the Tarleton runner does.
So Perez able to beat it out for a leadoff single. Second hit of the afternoon, by the way, for Tarleton. Taking the bottom of the order, Brian Aguilar. Here's the pitch to Aguilar, placing a bunt. That one rolls foul just barely off that third base line at the last moment. Early count here, 0-1 on Aguilar. Aguilar 200 on the season, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs. The senior out of San Antonio, Texas, East Central High School. Marshall stands at 5'8", 170. The senior leadership here on this team. Aguilar, last night 3 at-bats, was not able to get any runs. He did have 1 hit, though. He's 1 for 3 last night. Count here at 0-1. Stephen Beard on the mound here for your Bearkats. No score, top of the third, no outs. Here's the 0-1. That one looked close, Brian. They're going to say a ball, though, 1-1.
Yeah, Stephen Beard's trying to keep his eye on that runner over on first base. Touche holding him on the bag. He has a great move to first. He picked one off in the previous inning, trying to get another. But I think Tarleton runners are a little bit more aware now.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Here in the top of the third, here's the pitch from Beard. 78 mile an hour, too low to the inside, 2-1. Against Brian Aguilar, who's at bat for the Texans. Hey, our good friend also joining us right now from Sydney, Australia. Good afternoon. 9 a.m. in Sydney from Miss Nikki McRobert. Of course, Matt McRobert on the football team, the champion, FCS champion. joining us. Here's the 2-1. This one goes foul, and camera lady's got to move out of the way. Boy, that one went right behind her.
She's ducking and jiving.
Just behind the Tarleton dugout.
Well, Nikki, I hope you guys are doing good. Certainly loved seeing y'all when y'all were down visiting Matt. We had a lot of fun when y'all were here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Perez over at first, who had the leadoff single just moments ago. Aguilar, right-handed batter. Beard on the mound remains for Sam Houston. This pitch.
Rung him up.
Yeah, buddy. Got him for the strike.
Oh, my goodness. 73-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Catches him looking. Good pitch.
Top of the order for the Texans.
The second time that he called a batsman looking, it was back in the first when Alec Williams looked at it for the first out, and now Aguilar got him looking. We're 1 away. We'll go back to the top to Alec Williams, who is 0 for 1 today. 313 on the season, 2 homers, 5 steaks cooked. Little pick attempt over first. Of course, plenty of time there as Beard threw it over to Touche. Perez waiting out there. Jaime Perez at first. Another attempt over there. He just wants to make sure that he stays put.
Well, Stephen Beard has a great move over to first. He's a left-handed pitcher, throws from the stretch, regardless of a man's on or off base. And he has a great move over to first.
Here's the 1-0 from the left hand. Curve inside corner for the strike.
Ooh, Rob, 69 miles an hour. Just slow curveball. Wow.
I could have had another bite of hamburger on that pitch.
I know, right?
Here's the quick 1-1. This one hit hard foul into the Tarleton dugout. Counted 1-2.
He's doing a really good job mixing up his pitches, though. I mean, he's throwing some curveballs in, but he's throwing some fastballs on the corners, so he's keeping these Tarleton hitters kind of off balance a little bit. I think he's doing a good job so far.
Wes Fultz, the catcher, Touche over at first. Easton Lloyd at second. Justin Wiskoski over at third. Miles Jefferson, the shortstop for Sam Houston. And then it goes Carlos Contreras, next pitch to the outside for a ball, 2-2. Carlos Contreras at left. Clayton Chadwick playing center field. And then Jacob Guerrero over at right. That's your Bearkats defense here this afternoon. Count it 2-2. Here's the next pitch. Oh, looked at him again. And for the second time this afternoon, Williams will strike out looking.
Nice pitch by Beard. I mean, catches Williams looking on an inside pitch, and, man, you've got to be aggressive up there when you've got 2 strikes.
Left fielder, number 31, Kinwell.
That's back-to-back batsmen, by the way, now, Brian, that they've looked at it for outs. I'd like to see that continue here tonight. Go back to a left-handed batter. It is Thomas Riviera. Pitch to him, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Another off-speed pitch at 73 miles an hour. Way out in front, those Tarleton hitters.
Thomas Riviera is 0 for 1, struck out swinging for the second out back in the first. Counted 0-1. Runner remains on first. Over there is Perez. This one chopped foul as it'll roll into the backstop. And now at 0-2 for Riviera. We'll have Baylor coming up here next week. We'll have that call right back here. Here's the 0-2, a little bit too high for the first ball of this at-bat for Thomas Riviera, 1-2.
Again, nice pitch there by Beard. He's 0-2. He knows he's got a runner on first. He's got to be careful, doesn't want to throw him a good pitch, and that was a good one there, just up and away.
Here's the 1-2. This one laced up over to second. They'll try to make the throw to first, and the runner not able to get there. Great field work by Sam Houston, and we are 3 away.
There's 1 runner left on base.
And the third and final out through 2.5 innings. No score. Bearcats back at bat when we come back. Stay with us from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. We're getting close to 4 o'clock here on a beautiful afternoon in East Texas. Sam Houston baseball hosting Tarleton, the Texans, in this WAC series opener. Bearcats leading the series 1-0 after the victory last night, 12-4. We'll see if this offense can finally get something going. The bats haven't been very hot so far, at least through 2.5. Sam Houston only 1 hit in this ball game. That came off Clayton Chadwick, who was at bat for a very long time and then finally singled, then stole 2 bases and was left stranded over at third, way back in the first.
For the Bearcats at the bottom of the order, shortstop.
So we'll start at the bottom here. We'll go 9-1-2 to get things started here in the bottom of this third. We'll go with the shortstop, Miles Jefferson. Jefferson, 350 on this early season through 12 games. Right-handed batter, takes a deep breath. Campa getting ready to pitch. Here it is on its way. Across the plate for a strike, 85-mile-an-hour fastball. The early count 0-1. Jefferson waiting for it. And here's the pitch. Too high. He's trying to get that one to drop in. 71-mile-an-hour off speed was too high to even the count at 1-1. Jefferson waiting on the pitch here. Here is the delivery from the right hand. That one dropped in for the strike, 1-2.
Another 72-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch there by Campa. And Jefferson is gonna, man, he's getting a good look. He's got 2 strikes on him. Anything close, Jefferson will be swinging.
Miles Jefferson out of Katy, Texas. Morton Ranch High School, Odessa College, junior. Currently in a 1-2. Here's the pitch on the way. This one hit foul as that bat will stay alive off that first base side. This young man played 3 seasons at Odessa College where he hit .302, 6 RBIs and 3 stolen bases in 17 games in 2021. He played 23 games in 2020 where he hit .368, 13 RBIs and 10 stolen bases. And then played 30 games back in 2019, .268 average. So his average has gotten a little bit better each season. Now here's a Bearcat as a junior. On a 1-2, swing and a miss for the first out.
Nice pitch there by Campa. Gets Jefferson on the outside part of the plate swinging. It was close. Jefferson knew it, took a swing at it.
Top of the order for the Bearcats.
And Campa won that battle.
Number 2, Anthony.
We'll go back to the top of the order now. It's the designated hitter, Anthony McKenzie, for the Bearcats. He was out over at first unassisted for the first out. Back over to the left-handed batter. Right-handed pitching from Campa, who has really worked up his arm here in this ball game so far. Sunshine to his face. Kicks up the left leg. Right-handed pitch. The inchworm, as I call it. It went at the belt line, and it's a ball, 1-0. There's some people, Brian, that are starting to understand what I'm saying when I say inchworm. Every baseball, somebody had to come up with the terms. You know,
Yeah,
somebody had to come up with them.
Yeah.
Those are the ones where you got to move your hip out of the way. Here's the 1-0 pitch to the outside, 2-0.
Anthony McKenzie batting .231 on the season so far. Got 2 balls and no strikes.
Little sunshine to the left ear hole of McKenzie, standing in that left batter's box. Pretty low to the inside corner of it. Currently 2-0, no score in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Here's the swing. Here's the foul off the third base line. Way out of there, 2-1. "51 pitches, by the way, so far for Campa, and we're only in the bottom of the third, 1 out. I don't expect that young man to stay in there much longer, Brian, if that continues.
Yeah, he won't be able to.
Campa getting ready for the 2-1 delivery. Here it is on the way. Corner strike, 87-mile-an-hour fastball across that corner to even the count at 2-2.
Think about it, Campa, all those pitches, 2/3 of them came in the very first inning. That's a lot of pitches.
Contreras staying at bat way back there in the first. Seems like that was days ago. 2-2, 1 away, nobody on for the Cats. No score. Here in the bottom of the third, here's the pitch. This one swung on late, foul to the back of the net. The at-bat will stay alive, and the count remains at 2-2. As mentioning earlier, be one more game tomorrow in this 3-game series. We won't have that call, but it will be tomorrow, 1 o'clock, right back here at the Dawn. Get your tickets at GoBearcats.com. And then on Tuesday, Sam Houston hosting Baylor. We will have that call. 6:30 p.m. first pitch, 6:15 pregame. Here's the 2-2. Way high to the outside, trying to curve it back in, and that one just way out there, 3-2. By the way, that last batsman, Miles Jefferson for Sam Houston, that was the first strikeout for Isaiah Campa. Trying to do that again for a consecutive batter here on a 3-2. Little countdown on the board at 3-2-1. Here's the delivery from the right hand. Swing and a miss. And he did it, Brian. Back-to-back strikeout swinging.
Yeah, Campa's, I believe it or not, he's actually finding his groove, and he's keeping these Bearcat hitters off balance. And he's throwing some really good pitches up there. He's finally settled down after that very, long first inning where there were so many foul balls. Campa's starting to settle down.
Here's Chadwick, who's 1 for 1 today, 417 on the season. Singled, then had 2 stolen bases and left stranded over at third. Back in the first, you'll remember, man, there was at least 15-plus pitches thrown to him, making up the bulk of those pitches so far for Campa here this afternoon, at least on a single batter. 2 away, nobody on, no score, bottom of the third. Here's the right-handed pitch. High off speed to the outside for a ball at 71 miles an hour, 1-0.
Boy, Campa throws that off-speed curveball and just snaps that wrist, making it dive right there at the end, right into the catcher's mitt.
Little glimpses of sunshine in some parts of the bleachers here at the Dawn. Some fans getting a little warm, other fans staying a little chilly. Time is called here. Chadwick will step out of that left box. Takes a quick break and now back in. Stands just about dead center in the box. A lot of times we'll see the batters way up close. He likes to stand more in the center. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Chadwick. To the outside. 2-0. That's how things got started versus McKenzie, the previous batter. Got it to a full count, then struck out swinging. It was back-to-back strikeout swinging for Campa. On the mound for Tarleton. Again, no score, bottom of the third. 2 away here for Sam Houston on the offense. Here's the next pitch. This one popped up into the air, should be catchable, and the second baseman, he's going to hand it off over to his shortstop, and Aguilar makes the grab for the final out of the inning. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on. We are through 3. Top of the fourth coming up, no score. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Making her way back behind home.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp, Brian Adams, live from the Don in Huntsville, Texas. Sam Houston baseball underway. We're already through 3 innings, no score. Much different scenario as last night when we were through 3. It was a Bearcat 4-2 lead. Bats haven't been very hot yet so far. Tarleton only with 2 hits. Sam Houston only has 1. And we don't want to see any here for Tarleton, so we'll see if the Bearcats defense can continue. Stephen Beard on the mound has done a great job so far tonight here for Sam Houston. He'll try to keep that going.
Off the top of the 4th for the Texans in the third.
Good to have Brian Adams up here with me. Brian will be on most of these calls this year. We've only got 10 of them here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network, but I know as work permits, Brian, you'll be here. So
Absolutely. Look forward to being here.
You going to be here Tuesday, that Baylor game?
I will not.
Oh, man, that's a big one.
I'll be in Fort Worth.
Pitch here, clips the corner for a strike as we get underway against Dobrynski. Early count here, 0-1. They'll go 3, 4, and 5 to start things here for Tarleton. Another quick pitch on the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Ooh, nice pitch by Beard. I mean, just a nasty curveball right on the corner. Man, that's a tough pitch for a hitter.
Top of the 4th. No score. Tarleton at bat, 0-2 count here. No outs. Here's the pitch to the outside, 1-2. I'm still waiting for one of those swing and a misses on an out here. That Jason Barfield call will come out of me in a minute. I enjoy Jason when he calls games, and he was on a few with me last year. Here's a 1-2. Inside corner, looked at it for the strikeout. And that is the 4th time this afternoon that Beard has struck out a batsman looking.
Well, that just tells you that that Beard is on his game and in good command of his pitches, keeping these guys off balance for Tarleton.
I don't know if I've ever seen a game, and I've called a lot of baseball, where there's already been that many of them. To the inside here, the first one a ball to Taylor Daniel, who is 0 for 1 today. 208 on the season, 4 ribeyes. He popped one up over to first base in foul territory for the first out. This next pitch off speed, 72 miles an hour, clipped the corner for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Next pitch. Looked at that one for a strike, 1-2. Can he do it again, Brian?
Wow, that was right down the middle, too. Man.
I think that wind starting to die down just a little. Here's the 1-2. The Bearcat fans were wanting that call, but it was a ball, 2-2.
He should have gotten it. I mean, the catcher just, Foles didn't even move his glove.
2-2, 1 away, no score, top of the 4th. Here's Beard's pitch on the way. This one chopped foul off the third base line.
You got the Sam Houston center fielder, Clayton Chadwick, shaded over towards right field against the right-handed hitter.
Another 2-2 delivery here. Here's Beard. The pitch, the chop, and again goes foul. Just to the left side of the Bearcats dugout there off that third base line. Count remains 2-2. A little battle starting here for Taylor Daniel, again, who's 0 for 1 today. Second time at bat. Beard looks at him. A little bit of time called here. Daniel steps out of that right batter's box, now back into it. He'll tap the bat on the plate, getting ready for the pitch. Here's Beard, winds up, delivers. Corner strike, got him! Looked at it again for the 5th time this afternoon.
What a nasty pitch by Beard. Throws an off-speed curveball, comes in and catches the right corner of the plate against a right-handed hitter. Just extremely tough. Nice pitch, Beard. Good play, Bearkats.
So Beard has now retired 5 in a row. He has struck out 5 batters looking. And that will take us to 5th in the order, Colby Seltzer. The first one hit foul, bounces off his bat and into the backstop. 0-1. He was hit by a pitch, left strand. Actually hit by a pitch back in the second. And then was picked off for the second out back in the second. Currently 0-1. Seltzer trying to put a little fizz on the bat here. Here's the 0-1. Too far outside. That curveball didn't get inside that time. It goes for a ball, 1-1. Two outs we are, no score here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch on its way. Dropped in for the strike, 1-2 as he looked.
Boy, that was right at the knee. Good pitch there by Beard.
I'll tell you, Beard is so fast in between his pitches, Brian. He just wants to get these out of here. Here's his delivery, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And there it is. Beard has now retired 6 in a row. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning as he struck all 3 of them out. We are no score through 3.5, bottom of the 4th, coming up from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp, Brian Adams here at the Dawn in beautiful Huntsville, Texas, on the campus of Sam Houston State University. It's men's basketball on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network. Rob Hipp, Brian Adams. And Brian, 3, 4, and 5. Who's leading off here?
I believe we have Wiskoski.
Justin Wiskoski here in the house.
Up at bat.
We were joking earlier. There's so many families in this area now that we hear of what their names start with. It's like Wisniewski, Wiskoski.
I know, right?
We don't have any wishy-washies, though.
No. Well, that's one of the exciting things about broadcasting ball games is the interesting last names that you sometimes have.
Great young man here, Justin Wiskoski, still looking for something today. He's 0 for 1, but 435 on the season. Campa remains on the mound, sun in his face. He'll kick up the left leg, right-handed pitch. The first one hit foul into the net. 0-1. What if they ever have like an adrenaline day at a baseball park? And by that I mean they take the net down.
Let's make it all for one and one for all.
You got to sign a disclaimer before you come into the ballpark. That would make it interesting, though, Brian.
Keep you paying, make you pay attention for sure.
I don't think anybody would ever allow that to happen. Here's the 0-1 from Camp on the way to the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Again, no score. So we're just underway here in the bottom of the 4th.
This is where good teams really start kind of shining through. You know, they get a couple innings under their belts, and then their bats wake up. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here for Sam Houston.
It's time for those bats to get hot on a chilly afternoon here on Saturday. Campa taking his time. Now the ball behind his head. Kicks up the left leg. The right-handed pitch on the way. Little off-speed 72. High into the inside. 2-1. Wiskoski Brian, you already know where I'm going with that, too. It's about to happen. Get ready, Brian.
I'm ready.
2-1. The right-handed pitch on the way. Wishkowski to the outside. He's never the last one. 3-1. There it is, Brian. That was just for you.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I missed that.
3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, no score. Bottom of the 4th we are. Tarleton, Sam Houston here in Huntsville. Second game. And the WAC series opener, here's the pitch. This one over to third, right at the ground. Third baseman to first, and that's one away. Good field work out there by Dobrynski over to Seltzer.
Yeah, nice hit there by Wishkowski. I mean, just drives it, but he drove it right to the third baseman. Nice play on his part.
Left fielder, number 23, Carlos Contreras.
That'll take us to the left fielder, Carlos Contreras. Here for Sam Houston. He was the one that was at bat a long time back in the first. I think I had messed up and said it was Chadwick. That's not true. It was Contreras. Left-handed batter. Stands very close in that box. The left foot down to the bottom corner. Here's the pitch. The inchworm had to move out of the way, 1-0.
Yeah, Contreras on the season's batting .440. I mean, that is a pretty strong average to start out this season.
1 away, 1-0 count. Bottom of the 4th, no score. Campa set to deliver. Here's the right-handed pitch to the left-handed batter to the outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Pitch on the way too high. Got to bring that ladder down, 3-0.
Yep, Campo just trying to throw an off-speed pitch and doesn't follow through very well. Keeps the pitch up. Now he's in trouble, 3-0.
Campo already 66 pitches here in this ball game. We are only in the bottom of the 4th. No score, Campa. Look at the wind blowing on his right pant leg. It's picked up again. Here's the pitch. This time to the outside corner for a strike. Just got it. On an 83-mile-an-hour fastball across, 3-1. I mentioned earlier that wind had died down, and the flag said quit blowing. Well, now it's back up, and you can see it. And you know it's a lot of wind when their pant legs are down there just whipping in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on late, foul way back behind the bleachers off that third base line. 3-2 the count.
Well, you talk about the wind blowing out there, Rob. At about 7 o'clock, the temperature is going to take a dive. And that's about the time the sun will go down. It's going to drop into the mid-40s, and it is going to be frigid out here this evening.
Our good friend Michael Baggett joining us, saying eat 'em up, Cats. As Contreras will take a little bit of time in that left box. Yeah, that old country song, when the sun goes down, is that when the sun goes down, it's going to get freezing. That's what's going to happen. Little countdown on the board, 3-2-1. No score, bottom of the 4th. Nobody on for Sam Houston. Contreras, and here we go again, Brian. How long is he going to stay at bat this time? Here's the pitch. Well, he's going to keep staying.
Well,
fouled into the net. Let's keep going.
I tell you what, Contreras is making Campa work. Every time he sees 23 come up to bat, he probably cringes.
Had a great player for so many years on the basketball court that wore number 23. We had a great baseball player here wearing number 23.
Yes, we do.
440 on the season, 0 for today, 22 ribeyes. Said earlier the supermarket ran out of them. Here's the full count. Too low, walked him. And for the second time this afternoon, Contreras will reach on a walk. This time it's a one-out walk.
That right there, folks, is the sign of a good hitter, Contreras. I mean, he is making Campa work out there on the mound, fighting off pitches. As soon as he throws a bad one, lets it go, gets a free base. That is smart hitting.
He's going to bring on Trent Touche, who is 0 for 1 today. So he popped one up over to second for the third and final out back in the first, where Sam Houston left 2 on in that inning. Only 1 hit so far today by Sam Houston, and that was Clayton Chadwick, second batsman. We'll see if Touche can change that here. Only one out. Here's the pitch. On its way. Boy, that one looked good. They're going to say it was a ball, Brian, 1-0.
Yeah, it looked a little bit low, but you're right. It was close.
Mentioned earlier the folks who have to keep up with the scoreboard. That's a tough job. I would never want that. And then the umpires and officials in sporting events. Those are two of the toughest jobs, in my opinion, whenever you're involved in a sports game. Campus, 1-0. This one, boy, laced hard over into that wall off the third baseline. That thing would have just went about 6 feet over to the right, and that could have been a double and maybe even brought in one. As it stands, though, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Base runner remains on first. Contreras, who reached on the walk just a few moments ago. No score here in the bottom of the 4th. Something's got to give here in this game. Campa taking his time. Mindful of that runner over at first. Here's the pitch. That one, high corner. Call that one a strike 1 and 2.
Boy, Touche, 6'1", 200. Boy, that pitch looked a little high and outside. Umpire calls it a strike.
Touche with the sunshine to the back left of his helmet. 1 and 2, 1 away. No score, bottom of the 4th. Campa. Now time is called. Touche will step out.
How'd you like your mutton busting picture? I
like that, man.
Did you like that?
You got the Houston Rodeo, Brian,
Yeah.
weren't you, man? I thought, did you get down there and like chase them and pull the rubber bands off?
Well, I tried to, but they kept outrunning me. So.
A lot of fun, that rodeo. What is that? Here's the 1-2. This one foul off the third baseline. Goes behind him and just graces off the backstop. Count remains 1 and 2. A lot of fun. I haven't been down. When does that rodeo end, by the way?
Well, I'm not sure when it ends. I think it's about 3 weeks long.
Man, it's a lot of rodeoing.
And, man, and let me tell you what. It was a packed house. There was 72,000 people attended that rodeo Thursday night, last Thursday. And I highly suggest make a trip down and check out some rodeo.
That's a lot of yeehaw and giddy up, man.
Lots of yeehaw.
Always love the rodeo. 1-2, 1 away for Sam Houston. No score, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
Speaking of
Touche will go down.
Speaking of rodeo, Rob, the rodeo's coming to Huntsville here pretty quick. I'm not sure the exact dates, but it's coming. And that's one of the biggest rodeos that comes to Huntsville, one of the highest paying rodeos in the country coming here to Huntsville.
Easton
PCRA rodeo.
So if you have some time, go to the fairgrounds, enjoy some rodeo, watch the cowboys and cowgirls do their thing. A lot of fun.
2 outs we are. We'll go 6 in the order. Easton Lloyd, who's 0 for today. 0 for 1. Left-handed batter. Contreras over there at first. Here's the pitch on the way. Too close to the inside for the ball. 1 and 0. Again, want to welcome everybody into this broadcast. Always our privilege and honor to bring you Bearcat baseball here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network. Also want to welcome in any Tarleton fans that may be joining us. Even though we broadcast for Sam Houston, here's the 1-0 placing the bunt. Now one bunts into the back of the net. Even the count at 1 and 1. Always mindful of that, though, Brian. Like I said, even though we broadcast for Sam Houston, we always want visiting teams to feel welcome, feel like they're a part of this broadcast.
Oh, of course.
We'll give you 30%. The other 70 is going to go to Sam Houston.
Yeah, well,
but we'll give you a little.
We'll give you a little love.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. That runner remains on first. No score. It is Contreras who reached on the walk a little bit earlier. Sam Houston trying to get a hit, only 1 in this ball game so far. Here's the pitch on the way, too low to the inside again. And now Easton Lloyd will go a little bit ahead here, 2 and 1.
Well, that was a 72-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. God, it just looks like it takes forever to get to the catcher.
Easton Lloyd out of Hallsville High School. Marshall, Texas. The sophomore, 5'9". Here's the pitch on the way. This one will drop over at left center. He'll advance over to first. He'll stand tall. Runners will stand at the corners. How about that? The second hit. And Easton Lloyd giving the Bearkats a little bit of life here in the bottom of the fourth.
Nice hit there by Lloyd. 2 outs, drives it over into left center field, moves the runner over to third. Nice at bat. Runners at first and third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Well, we said something has to give. How about a little, let's get a 2-out rally going here for Sam Houston, as we will go 7th in the order, the right fielder, Jacob Guerrero. He's 0 for 1, popped one up over to short for the second out, back in the second. He's on an 0-1 count. He has an opportunity here with 6 RBIs on the season. It would be nice to cook another one. I'll take it medium rare with a little bit of that horseradish sauce, Brian. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball, 1-0.
Boy, it's a big opportunity here for Jacob Guerrero. Base hit, scores at least 1.
No score, bottom of the fourth, 2 out, Bearkats with runners on the corners. Thanks to Easton Lloyd just moments ago. Campa, pitch on the way. Too low, 2 balls, no strikes. Boy, Contreras getting a little antsy over there as he was halfway down the line. He went back quick.
Well, the last thing Campa wants to do is walk another runner and load the bases.
Campa taking his time here. Now gets in set. Takes a deep breath on the mound. The 2-0 pitch on the way from the right hand. Low to the outside, 3-0. Brian, he's 1 pitch away, 1 ball away from loading the bases.
Boy, he is. And boy, that's going to bode well for Sam Houston.
That's going to get the official boy howdy. I've been waiting on it, Brian.
Yeah, it will. That will get you a boy howdy.
We need to put that on T-shirts, man, with the cartoon character of your face. We'd sell those out, buddy. I may do that for you.
Oh, that's funny.
Here's the 3-0. It's on the way. This one a strike as it got the inside corner. 3-1.
Boy, that's tough as a hitter. You got 3-0 count, so you know the pitcher doesn't want to walk another one. He's going to probably put a good pitch in there with runners on. Man, it is hard not to swing at something close.
Guerrero knows that when you're like that too, he's got his options. Getting set here, 3-1, Campa. Runners on the corner, no score, bottom of the fourth. Campa, right-handed pitch on the way. This one popped up. And the right fielder, Green, makes the grab easily. Boy, tough break again for Sam Houston. As they get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. So the Bearkats so far this afternoon have left 4 runners on 2 hits, no score. We are through 4. Top of the 5th coming up. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wiesner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wiesner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wiesner Huntsville.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care, next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Welcome back, friends, to Huntsville, Texas, Don Sanders Stadium. Up in the broadcast booth, Rob Hipp alongside analyst Brian Adams and a former Bearcat football player. Brian knows a thing or two about baseball, though, and we enjoy having him up here in the booth. No score, surprisingly, as we go to the top of the 5th, Brian.
Yeah, you got to give Tarleton a lot of credit. I mean, they've only won 3 ball games on the year, but so far, I mean, they are keeping Sam Houston off the board as far as runs go. And Campa has done a really good job. He's really methodical in his pitching style. He doesn't You know, he takes his time. He's, he's long between pitches. And, conversely, Beard, on the other hand, for Sam Houston, likes to get up there, fire away, and go to the next guy. That's kind of the style I like. A hurry up, get in the groove, and go, but not Campa. He is totally different.
We'll go 6, 7, and 8 here for the Texans. It's London Green, the right fielder. He's 1 for 1 today, singled left stranded back in the second. Here's the pitch. Inside corner strike, 0-1.
And you can see Beard is ready to go again, totally opposite of Campa.
Always like that first pitch strike. Kind of sets the rhythm for the at-bat. Here's the next one on the way. Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch. Boy, off-speed pitch outside. Has the batter chasing the pitch in London Green.
You talk about how fast Stephen Beard is. He does not mess around on that mound, Brian. He is ready to deliver. And here's the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for the first out.
Nice pitch. I mean, he got into his groove quick with Green up to bat. 3 pitches, and Green is heading to the dugout. Struck out.
It is 7 in a row retired now by Beard, and the 4th strikeout now in a row. He is really starting to find his rhythm here.
And you talk about the speed between pitches, and that's what he's in a groove. He doesn't want to slow down. He wants to get rid of the ball as soon as he can.
Corey Young next at bat, pitch on the way, too low. Boy, that hit him.
Nope, underneath.
No, it didn't. Okay, I'm about to say he started to take his glove off. I thought he was about to walk over. I said, dude, that didn't hit you, man. 1-0 count here on Corey Young. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded one over to short back in the second. Here's the next pitch. This one chopped late off the third base line. The third base coach out there, he just kind of moved his right foot. It's almost kind of like pushing, you got a little cup or something down there at your foot. You want to kick it out of the way. That's what it looked like.
He said, I don't need to step out of the way.
But, I mean, that ball was a laser right to his feet. 1-1, Corey Young. Here's the delivery on the way. Too low again. Oh, wow. Brian, they said that was a strike.
Yeah, they call that one. Man, that's right at the knees. Man, nasty.
1-2 the count. From my angle, it almost looked like it hit the dirt. I couldn't see it. We do have a pretty fair angle up here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one a little bit low. That is a ball. 2-2, 1 away. Beard trying to keep that rhythm alive. Sunshine to his back. Here's the left-handed pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for the second out. My goodness.
Boy, Beard is feeling it. He is what they call in the zone. When he steps up on that mound and fires that ball in there, it has got command, and it is just wreaking havoc on these batters for Tarleton.
It is the 5th strikeout in the row, Brian, now by Stephen Beard, as we go 8th in the order to Jaime Perez. And the 7th strikeout in 8 batters. It's unbelievable numbers he's starting to put up. 0-1, early pitch, just on the corner for Perez.
Yeah, Perez, the catcher for Tarleton, up there shows he's bunting, pulls the bat back, gets a call strike.
Beard quickly back at it, left-handed pitch. This one chopped over to third. Oh, it goes off the left shoulder of Wyszkowski. And Perez is going to try to round over to second. The throw is there, the dive, the slide. He is safe just in the nick of time.
Nice hit there by Perez. It just hits a shot to third off Wyszkowski. Goes to the fence. Shortstop picks it up, tries to throw him out at second. Runner beats the tag.
And, I mean, that bad boy was just so fast to Wyszkowski. That would have been a hard one for him to grab as it went right off his right shoulder. And luckily, he didn't really show any symptoms of any type of injury because that thing hit him pretty hard out there.
Yeah, he tried to reach across his body to scoop it up. I mean, that ball was on him before you could blink an eye. And, man, that is why they call that one of the hot corners.
Well, how about that for Perez? Now 2 for 2 today. He singled back in the third, and now he's doubled here in the 5th. There's going to be a little quick discussion out there as Wes Folse, the catcher, talks to Stephen Beard. Really on Beard, that was just one of those that not much you can do about it. Just a good hit down there.
Yep, no, it was a solid shot, and it was close to the bag. Again, tough play there by the third baseman at Sam Wyszkowski. Good hit there by Perez.
Take us down to the bottom of the order. Brian Aguilar, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking for the first out. Back in the third, here's the pitch. Drop in for the strike, 70-mile-an-hour off speed, 0-1. Stephen Beard really staring him down now. He's got a full head of sunshine on that right cheek. Here's the 0-1, pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for the second strike. 0-2. Well, get ready, Brian. Maybe he'll get back into his rhythm here. 0-2, 2 away. Runner on second in scoring position is Perez. No score here in the top of the fifth. Sam Houston and Tarleton. Bearkats on the defensive side, Beard on the mound. Takes a look. Here's the pitch on its way to the outside. First ball, 1-2. Aguilar, right-handed batter, 0 for 1 today. Averages 194 on the season. 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch. This one chopped foul to the backstop. Little battle starting here. Count remains 1-2.
73-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch there by Beard. Aguilar barely gets the tip of the bat on it to foul it off.
Beard has slowed things up a little bit now, Brian. After he was pitching, he looked over at Wes Fultz and didn't like the play call, and so he shook his head no, and now he'll reset here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Beard on the mound. Aguilar in a 1-2 count at bat for Tarleton. Shrugs his shoulders, does Beard. Here's the pitch on its way. Chopped over to short. The throw, the grab, over to first. Got him out. How about that? Oh, no, Brian. They said he was safe.
Yeah, pulled him off.
Wow.
Jefferson.
Oh, no.
Jefferson, the shortstop for Sam Houston, scoops it up, makes a hard throw to first. It's a little high, pulls the first baseman's foot off the bag to catch it. Umpire calls him safe.
Top of the order for the Texans.
Yeah, and they officially score that as an error.
Williams.
They marked that one as an error, Brian. That was a high up. I mean, that was a tough one to pull down.
Boy, that was tough. I mean, that was a shot from Jefferson over there at short. A high. You're trying everything you can to keep your foot on the bag and stretch up as high as you can, but sometimes you just got to jump and grab it.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Jefferson a little too high, and that's where the error comes from. There at short. That'll take us back to the top of the order, Alec Williams. Runners on the corners now. This time the pitch across the corner for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself, Brian. I thought for sure that he was down. And it was kind of a late out call, by the way, by that first base umpire. Here's the 0-1. Inside corner strike, 0-2.
Stephen Beard, left-handed pitcher, facing Alec Williams, a left-handed hitter, and he throws him 2 curveballs to start him out for 2 strikes.
Williams, by the way, 0 for 2. Both times at bat he looked for strikeouts. Will he do it again for the 3rd time? Here's the pitch. Swung on this one late, goes over to second. Lloyd, the throw to first in time, and that will do it. Those runners will not come in. And Stephen Beard able to work out of it there as we go through no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We're through 4.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. No score. Bearkats coming up. We'll stay with us from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Welcome back, friends. Sam Houston baseball continues from Van Wagner on the Bearcats Sports Radio Network. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning. No runs so far in this ball game. Tarleton has 3 hits. Bearcats have 2 hits and 1 error. But Sam Houston is back to the offense now. They will lead off here. We'll go 8-9-1. We'll start it with the catcher, Wes Foltz, to lead off here in the bottom of the fifth. Talked about Campa during that break. 87 pitches so far on 16 batters.
Wow. It's a lot of pitches.
Right arm going to start getting tired here before too long. Wes Foltz 0 for 1 today, 167 on the season. As he lined one over to center back in the second. Here's the first pitch. And this one over to center as well. This time not much of a line. It's going to pop up, and the grab with the left glove is made just in front of the 400 wall at right center.
Well, on this cold afternoon that we have here today, if we could somehow get some runners on base, get some runs around, I mean, sit Campo in there and just let his arm get cold. I mean, it'll make it tougher and tougher as the game goes along to keep your arm warmed up. The Bearcats got to hit the ball, though.
And by this time last night, the Bearcats have been so far none here, though. We'll go bottom of the order. Miles Jefferson. He's 0 for 1, which as I call him. I'll take some whiskers off. High up there near the chin line, 1-0.
I'm not sure which.
Either that or just get up and shave. It's not hard. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away here in the bottom of the fifth. No score. Bearcats at bat. Here's the pitch on the way from the right hand. This one. Will it plop over to left? That's a base hit. He may go for 2. Rounding first. Over to second. Standing up. And it's a stand-up double for the shortstop, Miles Jefferson.
Nice at bat there by Jefferson. I mean, he takes it all. Gets the barrel on the ball. Drives it over the left fielder's head. Hits the wall. In for a stand-up double. Nice hit by Jefferson.
Boy, and Kimwell Thomas Riviera was running to that ball, but it was just placed out of his reach there at left as it went right near the 330 wall. Now the Bearcats with a little juice here, trying to get some life as we'll go to the top of the order, the designated hitter, Anthony McKenzie. He's 0 for 2, and when we say you're 0 for 2, you're due. We'll see if he can do it here, the left-handed batter for Sam Houston. Stands very low in the box. Boy, that left foot is right on the bottom of the line. Here's the pitch on the way. Outside corner, too far away, 1-0.
Yeah, if McKenzie can get a base hit, he'll score Jefferson. But you got to put it in play.
Bearcats had 14 hits last night, Brian. 14. That's 12 runs.
That's amazing.
3 so far today. None bigger than that one just moments ago by Jefferson. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. This one popped way up into the air over to right. And wait a minute, they're going to try to figure this out. Yep, they finally release it over to Green. Runner will not be able to advance. And we are 2 away already here now after that pop up over to right by McKenzie. Well, it'll take us to Clayton Chadwick. He singled back in the first, stole 2 bases, left, stranded at third. But then he popped one up over to short for the second out back in the third. We'll see if he can cook some steaks here. He's got 8 of them on the season. This would be a huge one here for the Bearcats as there's no score, 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth. Jefferson out there with a stand-up double earlier at second for Sam Houston. Campa on the mound. 92 pitches already today. Here's the right-handed delivery. Too far to the outside as he was trying to bring it back in. Mile-an-hour off speed for a ball, 1-0. See some of the blankets coming out. In that shade, it's a little chilly. In the sunshine, it feels great. Campa again taking some time here to the left-handed batsman. It is Clayton Chadwick. 1 for 2 today. Trying to go 2 for 3. Here's the pitch. Too low. 2 balls, no strikes on 2 outs. Tell you, Brian, we've been waiting for the 2-out rally.
Well, now is the time. I mean, this is where Sam Houston needs to jump on. You're in the bottom of the 5th inning. You got 2 outs. You got a runner on. You got probably the fastest runner on the team, standing on second. Somehow Chadwick needs to get a ball in play here.
Stephen Pitts over at Advantage Specialties, the game sponsor today, joining us in the booth saying, "Eat 'em up, Cats." Appreciate you, Stephanie. My wonderful and beautiful mother north of Austin, Texas in Georgetown, saying, "Keep it going, Cats." Good to hear from you, Mom. Love you and I miss you. When you see Mama, you always got to say hello. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 away. Bearkats with a base runner over at second, no score here in the bottom of the 5th. In game 2 of this Series Western Athletic Conference opener, Campa taking his time, keeps an eye over at second. Here's the pitch. On the way, too high upstairs, 3-0. Boy, and now Chadwick really has his options open. Chadwick yesterday, at bat 4 times, had 2 hits in that game. Here's the 3-0 to the outside, walked him. Hey man, we'll take it. Now runners on 1 and 2.
Well, this is who you want up at bat. And what's his last name?
Wiskoski.
Wiskoski's batting .444 on the season in the Bearkats.
Justin Wiskoski. He's never the last one. 0 for 2 today, and we may have a pitching change now, man, because I'm telling you, Campa was out there. Yeah, they're going to change him up. No, maybe they're just going to have a chat with him. Because, Brian, he is at 96 pitches already.
Yeah, they're going to probably leave him in and try to get him through Wiskoski. If he cannot, and they load the bases or some runs come in, then that'll be Campa's last batter.
Wiskoski with runners on is .440 on the season. He's 3 and 2 outs, or he averages .426, slugs at .723.
Wow, that's who you want up there.
47 at-bats this season, 21 runs on 20 hits, 13 ribeyes. He's been walked 11 times, struck out 4, doubled 6 times, tripled once, and 2 home runs. So you've got your man out there right now, Wiskoski, who's 0 for 2 and know that he's due. Runners on 1 and 2, no score, bottom of the 5th, an opportunity here for the Bearkats. Campa, 96 pitches into this one so far. Sunshine remains on his cheek. Here's the pitch from the right hand. Outside corner, too far away for a ball, 1-0. And that is now his 5th ball thrown in a row.
Well, the problem is that's his go-to pitch is that breaking ball, and it's just for the last several batters not worked out so well for him.
Breaking ball is starting to get broken there for him. He's going to have to try to bring it back in. Keeps an eye over at second, looks over his right shoulder. Here's the pitch. Again, oh, that time they called a strike, 1-1. Just got the corner.
Yeah, it did, and that was low right at the knees. Nasty pitch.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Runners remain on first and second for the Bearkats. No score here in the bottom of the 5th. A little bit of time here as Wiskoski will step out of that right box. Taps the bat on the plate. Has his ritual in motion, swings the bat. And now he's ready for the pitch. Campa set to deliver. Right foot is on the bag. On the rubber. Here's the pitch on the way. Oh, to the outside, but they called a strike. It just got that corner again.
Ooh, boy, that was
1-2.
That was right there, too. Right on the corner. But, man, that was waist high.
It's 0 for 2. Wishkowski's due. Runners on 1 and 2. 2 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score, bottom of the 5th. Tarleton, Sam Houston. Cat at bat. Wishkowski trying to bring one in. Campa on the mound. He'll keep an eye. Here's right-handed pitch to the outside. 2-2. Way out there that time. I hear a train out there, Brian. You hear that?
I hear.
Can you hear a train here from the Don?
I guess so. I don't know.
Always enjoyed
like
calling games over at Bomber Stadium in Bryan, Texas. There's a beautiful Missouri Pacific Railway runs right behind that stadium. You can see it. So, of course, Johnny Cash come out during those ball games. I hear the train a-coming right around the bend.
I remember playing
sunshine, Brian, since I don't know when.
I remember playing baseball games in Brenham. And if anybody's listening that remembers this, text us on the fan line. I'd like to hear it. But they have a railroad track goes through the middle of the outfield. Try that on for size.
What?
Yeah. In Brenham, one of their Little League parks, they have a train track runs right through the field.
They hold up the game when the train.
They got to.
It's dangerous, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Back out of here. 2 away. Runners on 1 and 2 for the Cats. No score, bottom of the 5th. Campa's on the mound for Tarleton. Here's the pitch to Wishkowski. Hits this one foul off the first base side and just into the corner of the berm. Well, battle starting here now for Justin Wishkowski. Camp's really taking his time here. He's been this way this afternoon. 96 pitches, his 97th coming. And here it is. This one hit, laced over to right. Oh, baby, that's going to bring in 1 and 2. He's running over to second. And now over to third. Wishkowski diving down. And how about it? It's a triple, bring it in. 2 ribeyes, cook the steaks, and the Bearkats coming alive here in the bottom of the 5th.
What a great at-bat by Wishkowski. He's got 2 strikes on him, drives it over the right field, right on the line, scores 2, goes in for a triple. That is a game breaker right there.
Little 2 RBI triple, and the steaks are finally cooking here this afternoon at Don Sanders as the Bearkats take a 2-0 lead. And a nice 2-out rally. Brian, we kept saying we need a 2-out rally. We got it.
Yeah, and that's the thing with good ball clubs. You cannot keep their hitters quiet the whole ball game. We saw it against Texas, and we see it here right now against Tarleton. Sam Houston's bats come alive. Triple scores 2. Nice at bat by Wishkowski.
We always say 2 when you're 0 for 2, you're due. Wishkowski knew it, and that may do it. 102 pitches, by the way, for Campa, and that will do it for him. Boy, what a lot of pitches he had here in this ball game. He will go through 4 2/3 innings pitched, Brian. That is a lot of pitching for that young man here tonight.
Well, he did a really good job. I mean, his first inning, he was fighting off Contreras pitch after pitch. Contreras fouling him off, and it was kind of a rough start for him, but then he kind of settled down in the second and third inning. And again, you got these hitters for Sam Houston, and they are so good, and you just can't hold them off all game long. And finally, Campa gave up the hit that sent him packing.
So again, that is it for Campa here in this ball game. And they got a new pitcher on the mound. We'll have that for you when we come back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lies. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance. Discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Welcome back, friends. Riley Boyd on the mound now for Tarleton after Isaiah Campa goes 4 2/3 innings. Pitches well over 100, and that will be it for him. And again, Riley Boyd at the mound now.
Yeah, Riley's a big kid. He's 6'3", 210, throws right-handed out of El Dorado Springs, Missouri, El Dorado Springs High School via Western Kentucky. Big kid.
So again, for Campa, 4 2/3, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits. Both those runs were earned, struck out 2, walked 3, and the 2 out continues here for Sam Houston, leading 2-0. Here's the pitch on the way, inside corner to Contreras. He's 0-1. So 102 total pitches again for Campa. 3.68 ERA to end the afternoon for him. 0-1. Here's the next pitch. This one right over between the right center gap. Standing at 1, and that'll be a single for Contreras. A little 2-out rally continuing here for the Bearcats.
Nice hit there by Contreras. He's a left-handed hitter, drives the ball between the second base bag and the second baseman. Nice hit. Drives in that run at third.
Trent Touche.
Bearcats are leading 3-0 in the top of the 6th.
Yep, brought in another one there. So Wishkoski will come in to score. RBI single for Contreras. The stakes continuing to cook. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul.
Sorry,
Trent Touche.
Sorry, I said top of the 6th. I meant bottom of the 5th. My apologies.
Well, I wasn't even keeping all the excitement. I forgot Wishkoski was sitting over there hanging out. So an RBI single. 3-0 Bearcats lead. Rally continues here in the bottom of the 5th. Contreras over at first. Touche. A 1 early count here. Campa was responsible for Wishkoski, by the way. Here's the 0-1. Swung on here. Foul tip into the backstop. 0-2. Touche today 0 for 2.
Batting .327 on the year is Touche.
Mentioned Riley Boyd, the pitcher now, graduate student, 6'3", 210. He's a big one out there, big guy. Out of El Dorado Springs High School, Western Kentucky, where he appeared in 7 games across 2 seasons. Made 3 starts there, 7.88 ERA. Pitch here to the outside, 1-2. Good eye right there by Trent Touche to keep his at-bat alive.
Yep, off-speed pitch outside. Good watch there by Touche.
Yeah, sitting here eating this burger in between innings, making me crave a burger after this game, Brian. I could eat a handful of burgers every day. If you see me in person, you could easily see that why, too. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Boy, that one looked like it was across the play. That's a late called strike looking. And that will do it, but the Bearcats taking care of business in the second.
In the bottom of the 5th inning,
as Sam Houston will score 3 runs on 3 hits. And 1 left on, and nobody, no errors. Again, Sam Houston leads 3-0 as we're through 5, top of the 6th coming up. Stay with us, friends. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Bearkats finally got the stakes cooking a little bit ago in that previous inning, scoring 3 runs. Now have the lead, 3-0. We'll go to the top of the 6th for Tarleton. And I believe we'll go 2, 3, and 4. As we'll start it here. Thomas Riviera about to step up to bat here. Stephen Beard remains on the mound for Sam Houston. And again, it is Kimwell Thomas Riviera, who is 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging on a 1-2 back in the first for the second out, and then grounded one over to second in the third for the second out. 239 on the season today, though, 0 for 2. Right-handed batter. Left-handed pitch from Beard. Places the bunt. Beard tries to stretch it out, and that's going to be a leadoff single on a bunt. Wow, how about that for Thomas Riviera?
Well, that's how you get your first runner on, and that's what you want. Beard, for his part, tried to dive and get the ball, get his glove on it. Ball shoots off his glove. Runner safe at first. That kind of breaks his strikeout streak he had going there, I believe.
Dobrynski.
Go third in the order, Carter Dobrynski, third baseman. He's also 0 for 2. He popped one up over to second for the third out back in the first and struck out looking for the first out in the fourth. Beard keeping an eye over at first. Here's the left-handed pitch. Another bunt placed. Beard this time gets down over. Tries to throw to first in time. Got him for the first out. Now well pushed from Thomas Riviera, though, over to second. That's what you want to do. Dobrynski is out there. Stephen Beard throws it over to Trent Touche at first.
Yep, a nice bunt there by Tarleton to get Rivera over there, over to second.
Sacrifice bunt will advance the runner over to second. Thomas Riviera, here's the pitch on the way to Taylor Daniel. And that one just out of his reach. He swung for a strike, 0-1. Taylor Daniel also 0 for 2 today. Sam Houston leads 3-0 here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch on the way. This one too low into the inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on the Texans. Taylor Daniel. Again, they got that runner. Kimwell Thomas Riviera over at second. Advanced over there on the sacrifice bunt just a few moments ago from Carter Dobrynski. Sean Beard taking a look. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss for the second strike, 1-2.
Nice off-speed pitch there by Beard. Riviera standing on second there for Tarleton. If the ball is hit on the left side of the field, he will freeze and wait and see what happens. If the ball is hit on the right side, he will take off and head to third.
Beard slowing his rhythm a little bit. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. This one over to short. The throw to third. He's out. How about that? Good field work there by Jefferson to Wischkowski.
Well, he's out because he did not freeze to see what would happen to that ball, and that's why he was thrown out there at third. Great play, Sam Houston. Not so good base running there by Tarleton.
First baseman, number 16.
And you had just called that, Brian.
Yep, that's what you're supposed to do as the runner.
So Daniel will reach on the fielder's choice over to first, and that'll bring up fifth in the order, Colby Seltzer. Here's the pitch on the way to Seltzer. Pops this one way up into the air. Left fielder Carlos Contreras will take it here just in front of the 375 mark. He's got it, and that's the third and final out of the inning. In that inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Bearkats lead 3-0. We're through 5.5. Bottom of the 6th coming up back here at the Dawn. Stay with us. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wiesner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wiesner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wiesner Huntsville.
Back at it, friends. Rob Hipp here in the broadcast booth alongside my broadcast partner and good friend Brian Adams. Thanks for joining us for Sam Houston baseball here in the opening Western Athletic Conference series of the season. Bearkats have a 1-0 early game lead as they took care of business last night, 12-4 over these Texans. And here in game number 2, leading 3-0. Bearkats have won 4 in a row after the loss on March the 1st to top-ranked Texas. Took care of business on a 3-game series hosting Texas Southern, and now trying to extend it to 5 wins in a row. As we'll get started here with Easton Lloyd. Lloyd will pop this one way up into the air. Left baseman or left fielder making the grab there. Coming down, it was Kimwell Thomas. He had to run quickly, got up under it, and we're one away. He even took his sunglasses off, Brian. Look at him sitting over there.
I see him, yeah. That is very difficult when you look up in the sun and you're trying to catch baseball, football, whatever it is you're trying to catch, and looking at that sun, it is extremely difficult, and it is a problem right now for the left fielders and third baseman here today.
Go 7th in the order, Jacob Guerrero, 0 for 2 today. 348 on the season, 1 home run pitch, way too low. 1 ball, no strikes. Good friend Mike Blackwell joining us in the booth. Good to hear from you, Mike. And also Brandy McLaren. Miss you, Brandy. Good to see you, Brandy.
Hello, Brandy.
Here's the next pitch. This one dropped in, 75-mile-an-hour curve, in for the strike. Even the count at 1-1 on Jacob Guerrero. Sam Houston leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. They put up 3 runs in the previous inning. Here's the next right-handed pitch. Low to the outside. We'll go 2-1. Again, let us know you're out there. We'd love to hear from you. Send those messages in the booth if you're on social media streams. You can also text us on the Bearcat fan text line. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That one was high. Even the count at 2-2. That Bearcat fan text line, by the way, 512-522-9105. Again, 512-522-9105.
Yeah, we'd like to hear from you. Send us a text. Tell us what you're up to.
2-2 pitch on the way. This one hit foul as it goes way over the stands off that first base side. May have went into the road out there. You got to watch out when you're driving by.
Boy, you do.
That's where you set up a card table and you sell baseball insurance, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one chopped. There was a late swing. The shortstop making the dagger of a throw to first. How about that by Aguilar over to Seltzer? What a throw.
Yeah, Guerrero, I mean, they caught him in on the hands on that deal, and he punches it to the shortstop. Very difficult to bat there.
2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Bearcats holding on to the 3-0 advantage, trying to put a little more insurance on. Now, they started those 3 runs. It was a 2-out rally in the previous inning. We'll see if they can get something going here. The catcher, Wes Foles, who is 0 for 2 today, now at bat. Here's the first pitch to the right-handed batter. This one chopped over to third, grounded, throw to first in plenty of time. That was easy for Dobrynski over to Seltzer, and that will do it, as it's a quick 3 up, 3 down for Riley Boyd. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left. And we will step aside as we're through 6, top of the 7th. Coming up, Bearcats leading 3-0 from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Express Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Express Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Express Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexpressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Express Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hipp Solutions. Hipp Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hipp Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hipp Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hipp Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Back at it here inside the broadcast booth at the Don Sanders Stadium. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. Thanks for joining us for Sam Houston baseball from Van Wagner on the Bearkats Sports Radio Network. Sam Houston leads 3-0 as we get started in the top of the seventh, facing Tarleton. Bearkats back on the defensive side. And we got a new pitcher out there, by the way. I didn't catch that. For Sam Houston. So that will do it for Stephen Beard, who had a great outing here for Sam Houston, taking care of business. Stephen Beard will finish in 6 innings, allowing 4 hits, no runs, struck out 9. How about that for Stephen Beard? And threw 1 hit pitch to one of the batsmen. A 3.66 ERA, but he had a good 6 innings there. And now it is Havlicek who will come in here for Sam Houston.
Boy, Havlicek, he's a big old boy. Let me tell you, man. I mean, he's 6'5", 220-pound junior out of Oakland, New Jersey, Indiana Hills High School, Howard College, Virginia Tech. He's a big old kid, Rob.
Alex Havlicek, the right-handed pitcher, 6'5", 220, out of New Jersey, a Virginia Tech transfer.
Yep.
Right fielder number 4, London Green.
And we'll lead off here 6, 7, and 8 for the Texans. London Green, who is 1 for 2 today. Singled left-stranded back in the second, struck out swinging, and he'll pop this one up immediately. Havlicek will get under it. Oh, man, he lost out. He actually handed it off there, Brian, over to his third baseman, Justin Wyszkowski. I mean, right at the last moment, Wyszkowski came over.
Yeah, he did. And typically that's for the infielders. They always typically wave off the pitcher, and they did in that particular case. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's how you want to do it there, Mr. Havlicek.
Baseman number 18, Corey Young.
Take a second baseman, 7th in the order for the Texans of Tarleton, Corey Young, who is 0 for 2. Grounded 1 over to short for the 3rd out back in the 2nd. Struck out swinging on a 2-2 pitch for the 2nd out back in the 5th. Here's the pitch, too low. And a ball here on Corey Young, 1-0.
Easton Lloyd, the second baseman for Sam Houston, is shaded over towards the shortstop, over the bag. The big shift is on to the left side of the field.
Here's the next pitch from Havlicek on the right hand. Across the plate, 86-mile-an-hour heater, baby, 1-1. Some of these fans, they need the heater out there, man. Let's throw a few more of those, get that temperature to kind of spark up a little bit.
Yes, we have a lot of fans here. You can tell they're all covered up.
Here's the 1-1 to the outside on a curve, way too far away, 2-1. Yeah, and I was mentioning earlier, Brian, there were still some glimpses of sunshine in the stands. That's almost non-existent now. It has completely went away except for a few fans on the right side, a little bit lucky with a few remaining glimpses of sunshine. Here's a 2-1 pitch, too high upstairs, 3-1.
Havlicek needs to just settle down a little bit and rock and fire.
Here's his next pitch. This one hit hard over to right. That one's going to find its way to the corner. Just right there to the corner. Rounding first over to second. And a stand-up double here for Corey Young. 2-out double.
Well, that goes to show you don't want to get behind good hitters because once you do, well, they'll take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice hit right down the first base line all the way out to the 330 sign out in right field. Nice hit.
Catcher number 9, Jaime Perez.
Havlicek, by the way, 14 appearances in 2021 out of the bullpen, finished with a 5.4 ERA in 16 2/3 innings where he struck out 15 hitters. Had his first save of the season in the win over UTSA. And we'll go down now, Jaime Perez. Here's the pitch on the way to Perez. To the outside, 1-0. So Havlicek having a hard time here, just really finding his rhythm right out of the bullpen.
Well, he started out good. One pitch, one out. Then the second hitter up hits a double. So
1-0 here to Perez. Havlicek takes a little bit more time also in between pitches. Keeps an eye over at second. Here's the right-handed delivery. Too low, 2 balls, no strikes. Beard went 79 total pitches. Here's the 2-0. Inside corner strike, 88-mile-an-hour fastball to bring the count to 2-1. As my friend Joshua Harris would say, get on down there and get the rest of that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner remains on second for Tarleton, trailing 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Time is called. Perez steps out, now back in. Havlicek looking over his right shoulder twice. Kicks up the left leg. Right-handed pitch on the way. Shave pitch too high. Right at the chin line. 3-1. You get a little concerned here because if this runner gets on a walk, you've got your tying run at the plate to bat next. Here's the 3-1 pitch on its way. Again to the inside, got away from him, and, well, Brian, just as I said, there you go. He'll reach on a walk. Now you've got runners on 1 and 2, and your tying runner is at the plate right now, Brian Aguilar. He is 0 for 2 today.
Shortstop number 23, Brian Aguilar.
And they're going to have a quick discussion here. Coach knows that things could get out of hand pretty quickly, so they're going to go ahead and have a mound meeting up here as everybody comes in, except, of course, your left, center, and right. So all the infielders come in to talk. Coach is out there. We'll see what the discussion is, Brian.
Well, he's going to basically go out there and just try to calm his guys down, basically. I mean, you know, that's what a coach does when a pitcher gets behind like that. He just tries to throw the tempo off of the opposing team, come out there and calm his guys down. Just tell them, hey, get out there and throw strikes, and I'm sure that's the gist of their conversation.
The only thing here at the Dom, beautiful facility, but from a broadcaster's perspective, there is a tree that grows right in front over there while you're trying to watch the pitchers warm up. And you can't see who it is.
Yeah. Yep.
So, even with binoculars, I mean, you'd have to find it. Now, if it was in the winter, you know, if the leaves were gone, you could see. But you can't ever tell who's warming up over there. Here's the pitch on the way. This one again to the outside on Brian Aguilar. 1-0 early count here. So the Texans have runners on 1 and 2. Tying run is at the plate right now. Tarleton trails 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. 1 out. So 1-0 count to Aguilar. Havlicek on the mound here for the Cats. Looks over to second. Kicks up. Right-handed pitch on the way to the... Just got him at the belt line. 1-1.
See, I think when Havlicek throws the ball, you hear coaches talk about aiming the ball. If you're aiming the ball, you're going to have problems instead of rearing back and throwing. And when Havlicek rears back and throws, he's always throwing pretty good strikes. So let's see how he goes.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Havlicek again in rhythm. Here's the right-handed pitch. Whoa, that one in the dirt. And on a wild pitch, that's going to advance runners to 2 and 3. Man.
Well, Havlicek reared back and threw that one, and boy, that was a wild pitch. Advances the runners over to second and third now in scoring position. Now he needs to be really careful. I mean, this base hit scores 2, and we'll have a ball game back on our hands.
Yeah, so now Perez over to second on that wild pitch. That will force Young over to third. It's a 2-1 count here on Aguilar. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. That was very close. Aguilar steps out of that right-handed batter's box, now back into it, stands right down in the lower corner quadrant of the box. Havlicek, sunshine in his face, on the mound for the Cats. Here's the right-handed pitch. Boy to the inside. Boy, we've got bases loaded now.
They call this ducks on the pond.
Yep.
They are everywhere.
So it's back-to-back walks. Then after a wild pitch, it wouldn't have mattered anyways because now the bases are loaded.
For the Texans, center fielder number 3, Alec Williams.
I'll take us back to the top here for the 4th at-bat of the afternoon for the left fielder Alec Williams, who is 0 for 3. Left-handed batter. We'll see how Havlicek can size up against him with his right hand pitching. There's some action over in that bullpen. First pitch low to the inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Starts him off with a curved ball down low.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Well, close to the inside, Brian. 2-0. You got to wonder here in a moment if another walk here forces a run in, we may see a pitching change.
Yeah, Havlicek desperately needs to throw a strike here.
Here's the 2-0. This time, outside corner, clipped it for the strike. You just mentioned it, needed one, got it there, 2-1.
Yeah, because if that would have been a ball, then he'd had bases loaded and 3 balls and no strikes. That is not good for any pitcher.
2-1 the count, 1 away, bases loaded for Tarleton, trailing 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Kicks up the left leg, right-handed pitch on the way to the outside. Oh, mama. 3-1. So another ball here would force a run.
Yep, Alec Williams, 3-1, bases loaded. Anything in his wheelhouse, you will see him rip at it.
Alec Williams 0 for 3 today, 300 on the season, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. Havlicek's pitch is on the way. This one, that's over to left center. That's going to score 2 at least. So 2 will come in, and he is tagged out, though, over at second, but not before 2 runs come in, Brian. So Young in, Perez in, Aguilar all the way over to third, and Williams is out over at second, but not before 2 stakes were cooked.
Yep, that was the hole that he dug for himself there, and Havlicek paid the price. I mean, I knew you throw it right down the middle on a guy that has 3-1 count, bases loaded. He is going to swing for the fences, and it paid off for Tarleton right there.
And so there may be a pitch and change now, Brian. They're going to go over and talk to Havlicek, looking over at that bullpen, and I think we are going to have a change.
Yep, looks like we got a new pitcher coming in from the bullpen out in left field.
That is it. We'll have that for you when we come back. We'll go ahead and take 2 minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Back at it here, Lance Lusk on the mound now for the Bearcats as Tarleton trails 3-2. First fastball, 86 miles an hour to the left fielder, Kenwell Thomas Riviera, and it's a strike as he swung on it hard, 0-1. So for Alex Havlicek, only coming in for 2/3 of an inning, allowing 2 runs on 2 hits. Both those runs were earned. Here's the next pitch. This one right up center, and that's a base hit and a single. It rolled up there to Clayton Chadwick, and so back-to-back hits now for Tarleton has given them some life here in the top of the 7th, and that will come in and score a run. So the RBI single will tie it now at 3 apiece. Man.
Boy, how quickly the tide can turn, right?
Yep.
Third baseman, number 14.
That's what makes baseball such a fun sport. I mean, just people can get on a roll. And, man, you can put some runs up on the board, and that's what Tarleton has done here.
RBI single will bring in Alec Williams. Thomas Riviera over at first. This one over to second. The throw from second to first, and that'll finally do it, but not before we are tied. That was Dobrynski, by the way.
Texans in the top of the 7th inning.
They score 3 runs on 3 hits. One runner left on. And no errors. We'll step aside and take a break. We're all tied 3 apiece. Bearcats will try to get back into it in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wiesner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wiesner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wiesner Huntsville.
Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams. Tarleton on a 6-game losing skid. They have tied things up in the top of the 7th, 3-3, as Sam Houston back at bat here, and will go 9-1-2. Miles Jefferson, who helped to get things started for Sam Houston back in the 5th, where they scored those 3 runs. He will try to do it again. But again, it's a new ball game now, tied at 3 apiece.
Yeah, Jefferson up to bat. He had a good hit his last at bat. Ended up coming around, I believe, in scoring. And he has got some wheels.
Riley Boyd remains on the mound. Here's the right-handed pitch on the way. This one hit over to left center, not able to make the grab. Around first, trying to go for 2, sliding, diving, and it's a sliding double to lead off here for the Bearkats and Miles Jefferson. He has done it again for the second at-bat in a row.
Nice at bat there by Jefferson. I mean, he pulls a fastball left center. Boy, I tell you, the center fielder for Tarleton gave an all-out effort, went parallel to try to catch that ball on the fly, just off the tip of his glove. Nice hit by Jefferson.
Brings up Anthony McKenzie back at the top here. He is 0 for 3, 0 for 3. Time to be for Anthony McKenzie. 207 on the season, 1 RBI. Let's cook another one here and get these Bearkats the lead again. Tied at 3 apiece, bottom of the 7th. Boyd on the mound, right-handed pitch. Jefferson was way out there leading off by about 10 feet. He quickly ran back.
And Jefferson does have wheels. I mean, you should have seen him stride into second. My goodness, flying around the base path.
1 ball, no strikes. Here to McKenzie. The stands almost completely shaded now as the sun continues to go down. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Belt line pitch, the little inchworm there, 2-0 as he's looking to place the bunt.
Well, I tell you what, if he could punch one right to shortstop, I mean, he would have a base hit because your shortstop is almost standing on second base.
Good friend Nick Beckman joining us in the booth. He is the public address announcer for Seattle University basketball. Good to hear from you, Nick. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Trying to place the bunt again, just out of his reach, 3-0. Here on McKenzie. Again, Jefferson, his second double in a row and back-to-back bats. Did it back in the 5th, did it here in the 7th. This pitch, another one. It's a ball, and he walked him. And, Brian, he was just trying to place a bunt, and every one of those pitches was out of the reach of his bat, 4 of them, and he will walk over to first. Wow.
Sam Houston has no outs and runners on first and second. Boy, howdy, they could break this game wide open with a base hit right here.
There it is, baby. Boy, howdy, come on.
Boy, howdy.
Bringing up second in the order, Clayton Chadwick. Chadwick today 1 for 2. Singled back in the first, stole 2 bases, left stranded over at third. Popped one up over to third, or over to short in the third for the 3rd out. Reached on a walk, then came around and scored as part of those RBIs, brought him back in the 5th. Discussion at the mound. Here, I don't think that's going to do it for Boyd. They're just having a quick talk with him.
Yeah, again, that's, Boyd is a new pitcher. I mean, he comes out, he gets guys on first and second. Coach comes out just to try to settle him down. You know, just tell him to relax, take a deep breath. Umpire's walking out to tell him to break up the little huddle. Let's get back to playing ball. But that's basically it. Coach is just trying to settle down his team, his pitcher, and just tell him to relax those strikes.
Now, wait a minute. They're going over to the bullpen here. I think they are going to change him out, Brian. If so, that's a late call.
Boy, that is a late call.
Yeah, they are going to change him. They must have had a discussion, and there was something in there they didn't like. And so Tarleton will have a new pitcher coming out. We'll have that for you. We'll go ahead and take a break for a minute and a half. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us, friends. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Back at it, friends. Matthew Hickey now on the mound getting the warm-up pitches for Tarleton. For Riley Boyd, only going 1 1/3 innings pitch. He allowed 2 hits, no runs, 1 strikeout, only 19 pitches. And Brian, you got some information for us for Matthew Hickey.
Yeah, the new pitcher for Tarleton, Matthew Hickey, right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 170. Junior out of Granbury, Texas. Granbury High School, transfer out of Weatherford College, on the mound warming up here for Tarleton.
Keep in mind that Boyd is responsible for the runners over at 1 and 2. Jefferson, who had the diving double back at his at-bat here in the 7th. And then Anthony McKenzie, who reached on a walk. All 4 pitches were balls. He reached on a walk. 3-3 were tied here in the bottom of the 7th. And we'll go down to Clayton Chadwick.
Remember, we have runners on first and second for Sam Houston.
12, Clayton Chadwick.
Still no outs.
Clayton Chadwick up to bats. Had a good afternoon today so far. He's got runners on the bases. Need to drive them in.
Hickey, 6'1", 170, as Brian said. On the mound here, right-handed pitcher. Played 4 seasons at Weatherford College with the Coyotes. 43 appearances there. Runners. Our Bearcats are just going to keep him honest on those bases over there as Hickey was looking over his right shoulder. He's got that submarine-style pitch, that sidearm. That's one of my favorite pitches. You don't see that a lot anymore.
No, you really don't. And when you do see it, it's certainly a lot different. The delivery, the timing, the whole thing.
The junior here, a 3.39 ERA at Weatherford College. Here's the pitch on its way. This one chopped up, bounces hop. They may have a double play here. Throw to second is out. First is in time, but they do get the runner out over at second. But the good news is Bearcats now have runners in the corners. So McKenzie is out over at second. Jefferson pushes over to third. And then Chadwick over at first.
Third baseman, number 5, Justin Wyszkowski.
So that's the first out here. Sam Houston still has a golden opportunity to bring it in and break this 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the 7th. So Chadwick out there on the fielder's choice at first. And McKenzie was out on the 5-4. There's a pitch inside belt line to Wyszkowski. It's a ball 1-0. Wyszkowski, by the way, here today, 1 for 3. He had that triple back in the 5th. And that was forced the pitching change from Riley Boyd from Campa. Pick attempt here. That runner's barely safe. Wyszkowski, or beg your pardon, Chadwick barely got back on it over there, Brian.
Boy, the Tarleton fans wanted him to be called out. It was real close there at first.
Here's the 1-0 from the sidearm. Float it back up for a strike across the plate, 1-1.
So that's a 74-mile-an-hour fastball thrown at sidearm to give you an idea of the difference in speed from a sidearm to overhand. It's about 10 miles an hour.
It's hard to hit those, too. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That time it went a little low. He bit at it. 1-2. Wyszkowski here.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. That sidearm to a right-handed hitter and right-handed pitcher looks like it's coming right at you from his delivery.
A little bit of shade starting to show up on the field now over at the left corner. Also at home plate. Here's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runners on the corner for the Bearcats. Here's the pitch to the outside. 74-mile-an-hour curveball goes too far out to even the count at 2-2 off of that right-hand sidearm of Matthew Hickey. 2-2, one away, runners on the corners. We're tied 3 apiece here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch, the swing, the miss. And struck him out. Now it's 2 away. Take us to 4th in the order, cleaning up Carlos Contreras.
Number 23, Carlos Contreras.
Well, Contreras is giving these Tarleton pitchers a fit today, man. He is making them work.
1 for 1 today, but he reached on walks both in the 1st and the 4th, then finally had that single in the 5th, but was left stranded there. But there's been a lot of pitches thrown to this young man. Average 451 in the season, 2 homers, 23 ribeyes. Here's the first pitch on his way across the plate. How about that 85-mile-an-hour sidearm fastball for the strike? Man,
okay. So this dude can throw hard.
He heard you up here,
Yeah,
Brian.
I think he did.
It's that little crowd microphone hole down there where the crowd mic goes outside through the pipe. He heard you. Got to be careful there. Here's the 0-1. This one popped up over to left. This one's going to plop down. We'll see if Thomas can get under it. He does.
Oh, he dropped it.
It's an error. He drops it. Oh, man, he drops it.
Oh, man.
And the Bearkats will take advantage and score a run on the air at left field.
Boy, howdy. My goodness, he would like to have that one back in left field. He ran underneath it, thought he had it, and it popped out of his glove. Oh, man.
Well, that error will give the Bearkats a 1-run advantage, 4-3. 2 outs. And it will take us back to Trent Touche. I thought, boy, for sure we were going to head into the top of the 8th, but how about that for the Bearkats? They get a lucky break there. The first error of the evening results in a run scored. This pitch across the plate on that inside corner, 0-1 to Trent Touche, who is 0 for 3 today. Count here, 0-1. Bearkats 1-run advantage. 4-3, bottom of the 7th. Pitch. Oh, that one hit him on the right shoulder.
Yeah, it did.
Wait a minute. They're going to say foul. It tipped off of his bat, though. Boy, if he wouldn't have swung that bat, they would have just. It would have been hit by a pitch.
I was going to say, look like he hit Touche's shoulder there.
He didn't bark about it. He knew right away that he wasn't going to get to go. Counted 0-2 here on Trent Touche. Bearkats lead again 4-3 on the air moments ago. Stolen base over to second on a ball here. 1-2 count to Touche. And Carlos Contreras, who reached on that error by the left fielder moments ago, able to steal the base over there to second.
Base hit, scores 2.
So runners on 1-2, 1-2 count. This one chopped, takes a plop over to shortstop, trying to make the throw in rhythm, and he got it in time. Good field work out there by Aguilar over to Seltzer for the 3rd and final out. But not before the Bearcat gets 1 run on 1 hit, 2 left on, and 1 error. It's 4-3. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Bearkats controlling the board, but they're back on the defensive side when we come back. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
He's got a chance to win a prize from the Army.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Bearcats take a 1-run advantage on an error out at left field, leading 4-3 in the bottom of that seventh. Will advance here to the top of the eighth. Lance Lusk on the mound here for Sam Houston, the third pitcher this afternoon. And for Tarleton, they'll go 4, 5, and 6 at the heart of the order. Taylor Daniel, Colby Seltzer, and London Green. That's how we'll get things started here. Again, the designated hitter, Taylor Daniel, steps up to the plate here. He is right-handed batter. Takes one little swing, and now he'll step into the box, taps his bat on home plate. He is 0 for 3 today, 192 on the season, no homers, but 4 RBIs. Lance Lusk with the sunshine in his face, right-handed pitch. It's the inchworm, 1 ball, no strikes. Daniel reached on a fielder's choice back in the 6th, left stranded there. He struck out looking in the 4th inning on a 2-2 pitch. Here's a 1-0. This time across the plate, 89-mile-an-hour fastball. It looks slower than that, Brian.
Well, it does. But Lusk he's got a good live arm. I mean, that ball was on the outside corner.
1-1. Tarleton trails 4-3 here in the top of the 8th. Pitch on the way by Lusk. Drop it down too low, 2-1.
Off-speed pitch down in the dirt by Lusk.
Tarleton tied it up in the top of the 7th, make it 3-3. Then the Bearkats again scoring on the error with 1 run to take this 4-3 advantage. Tarleton now back at bat here. Here's the 2-1. Boy, that one way too close inside.
Well, a little sweet chin music right there.
3-1. You talk about a shave pitch, man.
I'm telling you, man.
That's going to get more than 1 whisker. I'll get half the face. Here's a 3-1 on its way. Lance Lusk set to deliver. Right-handed pitch. Inside, walked him. It's a leadoff walk here for Taylor Daniel. I think some of the Bearcat fans didn't like that. So a leadoff walk here for Taylor Daniel puts him on base. That's your tying run, and the lead run now is at home plate.
First baseman, number 16, Colby.
It's the first baseman, Colby Seltzer, who is 0 for 3 today. His last at bat was back in the 6th, where he popped one up over to left for the 3rd out. Mentioned earlier that sun's starting to set, so a lot of shade starting to take over about a third of the field now from left to right. The lights are on here at the dawn.
Running for the Texans at first base, number 10, Rhett Gallagher.
Rhett Gallagher is pinch running over at first, by the way, for Daniel. Colby Seltzer, 5th in the order, first baseman, now at bat. No outs, runner over at first. Tarleton trails 4-3 here in Huntsville. Here's the right-handed pitch, places the bunt. That's a good bunt place. Third baseman going to try to make the throw to first, and it's not in time. Boy, it was a good effort, though. You got to give Wishkowski credit. He was just about a half a second too slow, but that was still an excellent play and an excellent effort.
Well, that was an excellent bunt there by Tarleton. I mean, that is picture perfect. Just drop it down in between your catcher and third baseman who is rushing the ball. I mean, that is such a difficult play. And nice bunt there by Tarleton.
Yeah, excellent bunt by Tarleton. Good efforts on both sides, but Tarleton the recipient of it. Now runners on 1 and 2, no outs. We'll go to a left-handed batter, London Green, 7th in the order. The shade now starting to cover the face of Lance Lusk as well. Here's the right-handed pitch, places a bunt. This one popped up into the air. Third baseman makes the grab this time for the first out. He had to run up there quickly, got it halfway up the third base line.
Second baseman, number 18, Corey Young.
Take us to the second baseman, now 7th in the order, Corey Young. Runners remain on 1 and 2. 1 away. Back to a right-handed batter, Corey Young, 1 for 3. So far this afternoon, here's the pitch on the way to Young. Boy, that one looked like it was a fastball across the plate, but they're going to say a little too low.
Boy, that was close. Yeah, man. Golly, I thought he was going to pull the trigger on that one.
1 ball, no strikes. Zach Dillard joining us, our good buddy. Good to hear from you, Zach, in the booth saying, let's go Cats. Always good to hear from you, Zach.
Hey, Zach. Hope you're having a good day.
Here's the 1-0 hit hard foul. Late swing way off the first base line. The truck that's driving through going to have to make sure he's got his baseball insurance. Brian out there on the road. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also a hello to Jeff Brennan, beautiful fiance's father, listening in. Appreciate you, Jeff. Good to hear from you. In the booth, 1-1-1. Runners on 1 and 2. Tarleton trailing 4-3. Here's the pitch. That one just identical nearly to that last pitch as it goes foul. This time just off the foul fence. They counted 1-2 here on David Stanley also joining us. The Bearcat fan text line open 512-522-9105. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And we're at third. He's out, baby. Oh, mama, what a play. It was a swing and a miss. And then Wes Folse threw an absolute dagger over to third. And the Bearcats able to escape. Still holding on to the 4-3 lead as we're through 7.5. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Stay with us from Ben Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Well, just a few moments ago, Young struck out swinging. It was hit into a double play. And then, as I mentioned, Wes Folse threw it over there to third to Wiskoski to get Gallagher out on the play as he was caught stealing. The Bearcats holding on, still with that 4-3 advantage as we go into the bottom of the 8th. Great play there just a few moments ago, Brian.
What a dart thrown there by Folse, the catcher. I mean, it was just right where the third baseman needed it, right at the bag height. Catches the ball from the catcher, drops the tag, and the runner was out into the inning there for Sam Houston.
And we'll get started here. Bearcats back on the offensive side of things, holding on to the 4-3 advantage here in the bottom of the 8th. And they will send off here, leading off, Easton Lloyd, the second baseman. So we'll go 6, 7, and 8 here to start things in the bottom of this 8th inning. Now the Bearcats desperately would like a little insurance here in this inning. They've got that lead from the left fielder with the error back in the previous inning that allowed a run to come in. That pitch too low to the inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Easton Lloyd today 1 for 3, 270 on the season, 6 ribeyes. Let's get some more cooking, man. I'm hungry. Here's the next pitch. This time to the outside, 2-0. And for Matthew Hickey out there on the mound, those pitches were working to his advantage earlier. Now they're starting to get away from him. Just throws that sidearm submarine pitch style. Here's the next one. This one hit over, laced it past first. That's a leadoff single for Easton Lloyd.
Yeah,
oh, mama, what a play.
Yeah, nice hit there by Lloyd. He's a left-handed hitter, pulls it down the line just outside of the first baseman's reach, gets a single. That's how you start an inning.
And Brian, just as I mentioned earlier, the shade's starting to come over the field, but that sun is now directly in the eyes of the first baseman. Seltzer was actually holding his glove in his eyes. That will bring us down here, 7th in the order, the right fielder, Jacob Guerrero, 0 for 3. Runner will take off, trying to steal. That's a base hit. Across the gap as it rolls over to right. We've got runners on the corner, baby.
How about that?
Lloyd pushes it over to third. Guerrero with a single. It's back-to-back hits for the Bearcats. No outs, leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, you had the second baseman guarding the bag, and he punches it over to where his second baseman usually is positioned. Nice hit.
We'll go 8th in the order. Wes Foles, 0 for 3. It's his time to be here tonight. Bearkats leading 4-3, bottom of the 8th on their home turf. Second game in this 3-game series. And the WAC conference opener, here's the pitch. Places the bunt, foul off that first base line. Lloyd, by the way, on that previous batsman, Guerrero, he took off. Was clearly on his way for the stolen base, but it didn't matter because that was an absolute beautiful hit there by Guerrero out as it rolled through the infield out there to right. 0-1 count. Wes Foles. Pitch on the way. Foles, another bunt. This one rolls foul off that first base line. And boy, if he can place that, Brian, I mean, that would bring in a run. I'm almost certain. But he has got to place it at the right spot. He's trying to get it over there off that first base line.
Yeah, no outs. You definitely don't want to hit it into double play territory.
For the Bearkats at first base, number 20, Lane Brewster.
So Lane Brewster running over at first base now for Guerrero. Brewster over at first for Guerrero. Over at third is Easton Lloyd. 0-2 to Wes Foles. Pick attempt over there at first as Hickey threw it over to Seltzer. The base runner safe. Bearkats leading 4-3. Bottom of the 8th. We are no outs. 0-2 count. Currently on the catcher for Sam Houston, Wes Foles. At bat. Trying to cook a steak. He's got 3 of them this season. Let's make it 4. Here's Hickey's 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Or is it a foul tip? Nope. Swing and a miss. So the first out we are, and that'll bring up bottom of the order Miles Jefferson. But, boy, Jefferson has been hot here his last 2 at-bats. Both of them were doubles, and he has scored in both of his last at-bats.
Yeah, Jefferson's having a great afternoon. He is on fire. He's got ducks on the pond. I expect a base hit out of this young man, score a run.
Runners at 1 and 3. Jefferson here an opportunity. Pick attempt over at first. That one pops out of the first baseman's glove. Boy, you got to be careful because that one gets away from you. You could have your runner at third come home.
Boy, Easton Lloyd almost pulled the trigger and ran home from third. It would have been close. Wow.
Baseball is one of those sports, Brian, where things seem so slow, but then in just a quick instant, there's so much that can happen out there on the diamond.
And that's why it's such a great sport.
Here's Jefferson, the pitch on the way, too close to the inside. Oh, boy, that hit him. Yep, now there's ducks on the pond. Jefferson got hit.
Oh, man, look who's coming up to bat.
So that'll force Brewster, who's running for Guerrero, over to second. Lloyd over at third. Jefferson at first. And here we go back to the top. Anthony McKenzie.
Designated hitter number 2.
Designated hitter.
McKenzie.
Ducks on the pond.
Fire up those stakes, baby. Let's do it. 4-3, Bearkats lead, bottom of the 8th. 3 on here for Sam Houston, 1 away. McKenzie's 0 for 3 today. He's due for 1. Left-handed batter, pitch on the way. Too far to the outside, took it for a ball, 1-0. Boy, Brian, I'm just surprised. I'm so happy that my voice is back, man.
Me too, man.
I was worried. I thought I'd have to just hand it over to you and leave.
Well, we're glad you didn't do that, and I think the radio listeners are probably glad you didn't do that.
Nah, man, it's always good to have BA up in the house. There's a BA from my neck of the woods in Georgetown, Brian Anderson, who has quickly became one of the top broadcasters in professional sports, voice of the Brewers, and he calls a lot of NBA games on television. So I joke around. I say, you know, there's a BA back at home, but I got my own BA here in Huntsville, and Brian Adams, man. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Too low to the inside. On Anthony McKenzie to make it 2-0.
72-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, just creeping up there. Wow.
Bases loaded for Sam Houston. Looking for some insurance here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch on the way. Corner strike, 2-1. That submarine sidearm from Hickey got him there for a 2-1 count.
Yep, that pitch, 84 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour faster than his off-speed stuff. Trying to change it up on these hitters.
McKenzie 0 for 3. Only 1 RBI this season, hitting 207. He would love this one. Here it is on its way. That one across the plate. He tried to sell that one, Brian, 2-2.
Well, he sold it well because it was way inside and got a call strike.
Yeah. I think he did a little damage to himself there. 2-2. McKenzie. At bat here for Sam Houston, left-handed batter. Stands with that left foot on the bottom of the line. Very low down in the box, up close. Hickey, the pitcher here for Tarleton. It's on its way. Out to the outside. Full count we are, 3-2. This is where it starts getting a little tense down there on both sides when you're the pitcher and when you're the batter. The payoff pitch moments away here for Hickey. Completely shaded on the mound now. Here's the pitch. This one hit hard. Foul. Boy, that one went striking foul off that third base line. I tell you, man, it was line foul. Got to stay out of the way. A lot of velocity coming off that ball in a hard swing. Yikes. Could have broken a window over there, man. I called a high school game once, Brian. The concession stands were in the direct foul path, and someone lined one right into the concession stand. Ouch. They didn't think that one through. Here's the payoff again. This time it hits him. That'll force a run, mama. Oh, baby, yes, the Bearkats leading now 5-3.
Yeah, hit batsman. Bases are still loaded. Bearkats are up 5-3 with 1 out.
Number 12.
Base hit, scores 2, break this game wide open.
That's back-to-back hit pitchers, or hit batsmen now. As Jefferson was hit by a pitch and McKenzie was hit by a pitch. That one is a dagger, though, because it'll force a run as Easton Lloyd comes in and scores. Brewster running for Guerrero over at third, Jefferson to second, and McKenzie, who was hit moments ago. And now here's a hit over to left. Cook the steaks, baby. It's another one coming in for the Bearkats. Brewster will come in and score. He was running for Guerrero. Jefferson forced over to third. McKenzie to second. And Chadwick with an RBI single. Medium rare. Bring out the horseradish sauce. The grills are cooking here in Huntsville.
Ooh, I love it.
6-3. A discussion happening now at the mound. There's some activity over in the Tarleton Texans bullpen. We're still only 1 out, by the way. There will be a pitching change. We'll have it for you. We'll take 2 minutes. We'll be back in a moment. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wiesner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory-trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wiesner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wiesner Huntsville.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville. COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
KSAM Huntsville, broadcasting live from the Wiesner Huntsville studios. We are your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. 101.7 KSAM.
All right, friends, back at it here. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network right at 6 o'clock on KSAM and the flagship. As Sam Houston went on a little bit of a rally here in the bottom of the 8th, leading now 6-3. We got a new pitcher out there. It's number 17, Zach Poe. Brian, over to you, man.
Yeah, Zach Poe is 6'1", 185-pound redshirt sophomore out of our neighbor up north, Madisonville, Texas. Out of Madisonville High School, transfer out of Parrish Junior College, taking the mound here, trying to get an out with the bases loaded.
It's a redshirt sophomore, and as that redshirt freshman last year, he appeared in 26 games, had a 3-1 record, 4.35 ERA, and 31 innings pitched. So he's got some experience here, and we'll see what he can do as Justin Wishkoski back up here to bat for Sam Houston. Bases loaded here for the Cats. Here's the pitch, another side armor, by the way, and that submarine pitch to the outside, early count 1-0. Wishkoski 1 for 4 today. He's 1 for 4, Brian. Early count here, 1-0. Only one away. Sam Houston with 2 runs here in the 8th. Getting a little insurance behind him. Still some opportunities. Next pitch on the way. This one chopped over to third. It bounces out of his glove, and the Bearkats will score again.
Floodgates are starting to open.
Jefferson comes in and scores. Chadwick over to second. McKenzie to third. And Wishkoski. He wasn't the last one, Brian. I told you. Over to first.
Oh, I love it.
Contreras.
Bearkats leading now 7-3 as they're really pouring on the juice. That'll bring us here to Caleb Contreras, who is 1 for 2 today. Boy, they're going to have an immediate, after one pitch there, but they're going to bring in another pitcher already, Brian. Look at this, I believe. They just made a motion over to the bullpen. And I don't think I've ever seen a pitching change that quick, if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah, they are. Look at this, Brian.
Yeah, now he's coming in.
So after Matthew Hickey goes 1 1/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits, both those runs were earned. He struck out 2 in 27 pitches. Zach Poe is immediately going to come out of this.
Yeah, he faced one batter.
I mean, I have never seen a pitching change that quick, and that'll do it. So we'll take a minute and a half. They already got a pitching change. We'll have that for you when we come back here in a minute and a half from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
She's Alabama, a Dixieland delight, kissing me like molasses, slow and sweet, just right. She's an
All right, friends, back at it here. Rob Hipp alongside Brian Adams as we got a new pitcher out there. Zach Poe didn't even go an inning. Zach and Jake Burcham now in there for Tarleton. Again, Sam Houston leads 7-3. They put up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 8th to really find the insurance now. Bases remain loaded. Brian, over to you.
Yeah, Burcham, he's 6'3", 215-pound freshman out of Gilbert, Arizona via Reagan High School. Comes in with the bases loaded after Poe faced only one batter.
And I believe this is Carlos Contreras here, who is batting, the left-handed batter for Sam Houston. Here's the pitch on the way by Bertram. This one popped up over short. That's going to score a run. It's another RBI single. Cook 'em, baby. Oh, yeah.
Well, the batters for Sam Houston are zoned in now. It doesn't matter who's out on the hill. They are seeing the ball well, and they are putting the barrel of the bat on it.
So Contreras with an RBI single.
25, Trent Touche.
And that forces in McKenzie. And we are one batter away. We will bat around to this inning, by the way, unless there's a double play. Trent Touche out there now. Here's the pitch on the way to Touche. That one dropped in for a strike. Beautiful pitch there, 76-mile-an-hour off-speed, 0-1. And, I mean, a lot of these have just been one pitch, one hit, one RBI single the last couple of batsmen, Brian. Very impressive. A 1 count here. Bearkats leading 8-3. Swung around and missed here, 0-2. I don't think Touche wanted that one, and he was halfway through a swing and just had to follow through with it. Bearkats with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. We knew something was going to break out. We just didn't know when. Scoring 4 here in the 8th, 1 in the 7th. That was the one that broke the tie when it was 3-3. This one chopped over foul into the net in front of the backstop. Counted remains at 0-2. This Bearkats offense over the last 4 or 5 games has just been unstoppable. I can't do the math that quick in my head. But how about Texas Southern in game 2? It was 21-12.
Oof.
Game 3 was 19-7.
Good night. Where's the defense?
I mean, those are like first quarter basketball scores. Then in Tarleton yesterday, 12-4. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Touche, swing and a miss. So he'll strike out. And we have batted around now as Easton Lloyd, who got this rally going here in the bottom of the 8th.
Second baseman, number 6, Easton Lloyd.
So Easton Lloyd back out there. He singled, came around and scored the first of these 4 runs here in the bottom of this 8th inning. 2 outs we are here in Huntsville. The bottom of the 8th inning. Bases remain loaded. Bertram's pitch on the way. Out to the outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch from the right hand. That one looked like it dropped in. They're going to call it a ball, though, 2-0 on the 76-mile-an-hour pitch.
Well, that was close, too. You're right, Rob. It looked like it dropped right in there in perfect spot, but no call.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 away. Bearkats lead 8-3 here in the bottom of the 8th where they put up 4 runs. A little bit of time called here as Easton Lloyd will step out of that left box, adjust his gloves. Good fan Ralph Becker joining us. He said he's thinking of his youth riding his bike to Holman Field to watch the Cats chase foul balls. Go Cats 2022. Good to hear from you, my friend. Here's the 2-0 pitch. To the outside, 3 balls, no strikes, 2 away, bases loaded. 1 more ball will force yet another run. Here is that pitch on the way from the right hand. Across the plate for a strike there, 86-mile-an-hour heater, 3-1. I need a heater, Brian. My toes are getting cold up here in this room.
It's starting to kind of get a little chilly up here.
You know it's cold when your toes get cold. They say when you get older, your toes get cold first.
Well, let me tell you, Rob.
Here's the 3-1. This one chopped over to first. Oh, it's an RBI single. Keep those steaks cooking, baby. Easton Lloyd forces Chadwick in. Wichkoski over to third. Contreras to second. And it's another RBI single. This time it's Easton Lloyd.
What a shot over there by Lloyd to the first baseman. He could not handle it for Tarleton.
Rooster.
Man alive. Bases are still loaded. Ducks on the pond everywhere.
Little quackity quack going out there on the diamond for the Bearkats. We'll go down here as we go 7th in the order. This is Brewster, who was pinned for Guerrero He'll pop this center, and that will find
In the bottom of the 8th,
Bearcats
5 runs.
score 5 runs
hits.
on 5 hits are in that inning by the Texans. But Sam Houston, they needed some stretch. They got it. 5 runs in the 8th. We'll go to hopefully the final 3 outs as the Bearcats defense back out there in the top of the 9th. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
Community Service Project.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hipp Solutions. Hipp Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hipp Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hipp Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hipp Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wiesner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wiesner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wiesner Huntsville.
Back at it, friends. Rob Hipp, Brian Adams live from Don Sanders Stadium as the sun is almost set here, at least over the stadium. The back wall at 400 and a very small glimpse of sunshine over at 375 on right are the only remaining signs that the sun is here. Also a little bit on that foul pole. Bearcats leading 9-3 as we get underway here in the top 9. That offense has really turned it up here for the Bearcats. That previous inning, something to witness as Jaime Perez will start here to get things going for Tarleton. 8-9-1. Perez 2 for 2 today. He's having a good day, hitting 600 on the season, 1 RBI. Here's a pitch on the way to Perez. To the out. No, got the corner there from Lance Lusk for a strike 0-1.
Yeah, nice pitch there by Lusk. I mean, that's what a pitcher needs to do is get that first pitch strike every time.
Lusk taking his time, kicks up, right-handed pitch. A little off speed, 75 mile an hour, just out of the reach, 1-1. Friends, final opportunity. If you got those texts to text us on the Bearcat Fan Text line, let us know where you're listening from, 512-522-9105. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way, too high upstairs, 2-1. One final time, 512-522-05. Save that number in your phone as well because that's the number we use on all of our broadcasts here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network. If you're in the booth, you can also message us just like Carlos Sanchez did, saying listening from San Antonio. Here's a 2-1. A little too far to the outside to bring it 3-1 here on Jaime Perez. Appreciate you, Carlos. Always good to hear from you, my friend. Lance Lusk, 3-1 on the mound, pitching here on the way to Perez. This one foul tip into the backstop, 3-2. Bearcats 3 outs away. The offense has been the firepower here for Sam Houston over these last 4 games. They're trying to make it 5 in a row. Lost versus Texas here at home, but since then, took 3, Texas Southern. Here's the next pitch. Whoa, that one was really close. Walked him.
Wow.
I mean, man, you talk about a shaved pitch. I've said it 3 or 4 times. That was one of the big ones right there. That'll get you right down. That may hit you so hard, Brian, you won't grow hair back on your chin.
Yeah, I just tell you, man. That would hurt. That's what that would do. Lusk gets out, throws a little chin music, puts a run on first. Trying to get this guy out here.
We'll go to Brian. Well, actually, they're going to switch it up. Aguilar was at the bottom, but they're going to go with Dylan Croyo here. Pitch on the way. Inside, Bearcats trying to pick back over first. A good throw there by Wes Foles over to Touche. The runner's safe back at first.
I like that, man. Nice gun there by Foles, trying to throw behind the runner at first. Just gets back in time.
And Choi Fu out here. The pitch on the way to Choi Fu. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, Well, he was swinging for the cheap seats there. Good night.
Counted 0-2 here. Dylan Choi-Fu. Averages .216 on the season. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch on the way. This one, hard hit foul. That's one of the few fouls that we've seen that deep over into right.
Tell you, the berm, though, the berm's been getting quite a lot of activity over there.
0-2, as it feels like the air conditioner's turn here. I started sneezing, Brian.
No, I can tell, man. It sounds like a little stuffy.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the 9th. Bearkats lead 9-3. Here's the pitch on the way. 2 high upstairs, 1-2. It's kind of like when you're in a conference room and they turn the air conditioner on, everybody starts sneezing or coughing. You know that something is turned on. 1-2, no outs. Base runner on first for Tarleton. Here's the pitch. This one laced over to shortstop, trying to throw to first in time. Yes. So we are 1 away now. Perez over in score position now at second.
Top of the order for the Texans, center fielder number 3.
We'll go top of the order, number 3, Alec Williams here for the Texans. Alec 1 for 4 today. Bearkats 2 outs away from taking game 2 and going 2-0 in the WAC conference here. They've got one more game versus Tarleton right back here at the Don tomorrow. We won't have that one on the air, but you can get your tickets if you're in the Huntsville area. Here's the first on the way. Low to the inside, 1 ball, no strikes against Alec Williams. Rod Slick, how about that? He's enjoying the broadcast in spring today. Good job, guys. Appreciate you, Rod. Good to hear from you.
Thank you, Rod.
Next pitch, a little bit too high and out for another ball, 2-0. That one coming through on the Bearcat fan text line. Again, it is your final opportunity to send those texts. We'll get to them. 512-522-9105. Don't text and drive. Data and text messaging rates may apply. 2-0 count here. Bearcats 1 out. This one chopped over to second. The flip, the dip, the throw to first, and we're 2 away. Good job out there by Easton Lloyd to Trent Touche to put down 2, and the Bearcats are 1 away from a victory.
Left fielder number 31, Kimwell Thomas.
Let's go to Kimwell Thomas Riviera here, the left fielder. Second in the order. He's had a good game so far. Hasn't came around and scored, but he is 2 for 4. Not a bad night for this young man. And the RBI single back in the 7th that tied this ball game. That started kind of that rally. First pitch on the way across the plate for a strike, 0-1. Make sure to stay with us post-game, too. We'll have a quick post-game wrap-up that you don't want to miss. Here's the 0-1. This one hit foul off that third base line just to the left of the Bearcat dugout. The count at 0-2, and the Cats are 1 strike away. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bearcats up 9-3. Tarleton here in the top of the 9th. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it. Lance Lusk will end the ball game by throwing a strike swinging. And Sam Houston victorious. They have now won 5 in a row. And they go 2-0 in the Western Athletic Conference opener. We'll step aside, take a break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game wrap-up. Stay with us, friends, from Ben Wagner. This is the Bearcats Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat Prime Spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
All right, friends, Sam Houston takes game 2, now 2-0 here in the Western Athletic Conference to open play against Tarleton. In a great game, Sam Houston really found the rhythm there in the bottom of that 8th inning, putting up 5 runs. Victorious tonight, 9-3 for Tarleton. Isaiah Campa will get the loss. He is now 0 for 2 this season. He pitched in 4 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs on 4 hits. All 3 of those runs were earned. He walked 3, struck out 3, allowed 1 double and 1 single. He faced 21 batters, pitched 102 times, and a lot of that came early in this ball game. And Brian, for the victory tonight, Stephen Beard, what a game he had, as he will get the win here. Or actually, Lance Lusk, I beg your pardon, will get the win here for Sam Houston. So a good effort by the Bearcats, taking care of business here tonight. And I messed up, by the way. Riley Boyd will get the loss. He is 0-2. I was reaching the stats, though, for Campa, as that was his pitching, as he went 4 2/3. But again, Riley Boyd will get the loss at 0-2. Lance Lusk gets the win at 2-0. Stephen Beard, though, he had a great one. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, didn't allow any runs, faced 23 batters, pitched 79 times. Good job tonight by Sam Houston.
Yeah, what an impressive outing there by Beard. I mean, as you were just saying, Rob, I mean, there for a while he was on a run of several batters caught looking for strike 3. And, I mean, he was solid. He was in control. He had his own pace going, which was very high pace, which I like. You get in a rhythm, man, you want to stay on it, and that's what Beard did. But I'll tell you, I was also very impressed with Jefferson. Not only his bat and his speed on the base paths, but his fielding abilities. I mean, the dude is lights out quick. He's playing center field. He's playing shortstop. I mean, he's got a wide range. And Jefferson was very impressive today, along with all the Bearcats. That's what good teams do to you. The hitting will eventually take over in ball games, and it did here today. Just took a little longer than we thought it would take.
Well, Sam Houston again getting that victory. And Brian, I'm trying to do some quick math while you were down there chatting, because you go back over this 5-game winning streak by Sam Houston, and I had to double check my math here, because in this 5-game win streak, that offense has simply been hot for the Bearcats. How about 71 total runs scored over the last 5 games? 71, Brian.
Yeah, that's that's an incredible statistic. I mean, that in 1 week's time, man, that is a ton of runs.
You go back and look at the defensive side. Compared to those 71 runs, they've allowed 32. Sam Houston on their way here, looking good against Tarleton. Now 2-0 to open Western Athletic Conference play. We'll quickly go over some of the final stats here before we sign off. The Tarleton offensive leaders is Riviera went 2 for 5, 1 RBI. Perez, we talked about Jaime Perez. He was 2 for 2, two times there. He did a good job. And then he was 1 for 5, 2 RBIs. And Young went 1 for 4 here this afternoon. For Sam Houston, those hot bats continuing. We saw a lot of it really get underway in the bottom of the 8th as Easton Lloyd went 3 for 5. He had the RBI. Caleb Contreras was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Clayton Chadwick went 2 for 4, 1 RBI. Jefferson, half the play of that young man. Starting at the bottom of the order, the top, finishing for 3. He had a great ball game here for Sam Houston. Gave them a spark when they really needed it.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's who impressed me the most out in the field was Jefferson. I mean, he brought his A game today. I mean, he used all aspects of it. He used his speed. He used his bat. He used his fielding talents. And did a great job there at shortstop. And, what an impressive victory today, and what a role the Bearcats are on here.
Wishkowski finished up this ballgame 1 for 5, 3 RBIs. I always talk about the steaks cooking, and boy, grills were staying hot. Brian, you prefer wood pellets, gas, charcoal? What's your go-to?
Well,
whatever you want. Got the steaks going
we
here.
got them going. I'm kind of a charcoal guy, but hey man, however we can get them cooked, and that's what Sam Houston did. They got it cooked, and it was it was a good ball game. You got to give Tarleton credit. They came back and tied it 3-3. And made a ball game out of it, but then again, the Bats took over for Sam Houston, and it was all the Bearkats after that.
Bearkats finishing with 11 hits. They scored 9 runs on those 11 hits, only 1 error. They left 10 on base. That's really the only thing that can kind of stand out tonight is leaving that many on. For Tarleton, they scored 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 on, and of course, that one critical error whenever you go back to the 7th inning, that error out at left field gave the Bearkats at that point a 4-3 advantage.
Let's talk about that for just a minute. That's
a
correct.
Game changer.
That was the game changer. It happened out in left field, and at that point in time in the ball game, you had half the stadium kind of in the sun and the other half out of the sun. He was in the sun when that ball was, and he ran into the shade. I don't know if that had something to do with it or not, but that ball just hit the tip of his glove. So I think it did have something to do with it. He took his eyes off of it for a second, cost him big time, and that's when the game broke wide open.
Again, we'll finally look at those pitchers here for both teams as we saw a lot of change for Tarleton out there on the pitching mound. They actually go through 5 pitchers. Campa finished, I mentioned earlier, 4 2/3, allowing 3 runs on 4 hits. 3 of those runs were earned. He walked 3, struck out 3, 1 wild pitch. He faced 21 batters, allowed 1 double and 1 triple, and also pitched 102 times, a 4.3 ERA. Boyd came in. He gets the loss in this ball game. He's now 0-2 on the season. He only went 1 1/3, allowing 1 run on 2 hits. He walked 2, struck out 1. Hickey came in for 1 1/3 inning. He allowed 5 runs on 3 hits with a 10.8 ERA on only 27 pitches. And then we saw Poe come in, and that young man didn't even pitch but 2 times. They immediately pulled him because Tarleton knew that there was something going on. He was the back-to-back of a sidearm submarine pitcher. And Brian, again, I haven't seen that in a long time. He pitches 2 times, he was pulled.
Well, yeah, I haven't either, Rob. And the guy they pulled him with was also a sidearm pitcher.
Yep.
I mean, I have not seen that in a long time for, me personally, but then having back-to-back, that was pretty crazy. But, Sam Houston, it didn't affect the hitting. At that point, they were on a roll. It didn't matter who they brought in. They could have brought in Nolan Ryan, and they would have hit it off him. So it was just a great afternoon there for the Bearcat Bats.
Jake Burcham comes in to finish up. He was only 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, struck out 1, and he pitched in this ball game 11 times. He had 11 pitches there, a 3.24 ERA. For your Bearcats, again, with the victory here, taking care of business 9-3 versus Tarleton. They started with Beard, 6 innings pitch, as I mentioned earlier, allowing 4 hits, no runs. He finished up pitching 79 times for a 3.6 ERA. And then Alec Havlicek came in. He only went 2/3 of an inning. He allowed 3 runs on 2 hits. Those 3 runs all credited to him. Just a tough night for him. But again, you're not going to be a star every single night.
I mean, this is Division I college baseball at its best. And you're right. I mean, every now and again you're going to have your off night, and it happens to the best of them. So, but again, just overall great job by the Bearcats. They never got flustered. They couldn't pull away in the beginning, and then finally the Bats came alive, pulled away as we anticipated, and the Bearcats are up on Tarleton 2 games to none at this stretch.
Lance Lusk, the final pitcher, third for Sam Houston. He gets the win, going 2-0 this season. 2 1/3 inning pitch where he allowed just 2 hits, 2 walks. He struck out 2. And he only threw it 30 times and finished up with a 0.84 ERA. Total everything up, Bearcats again victorious 9-3 as they take care of Tarleton here in this ball game. They take 2 of the 3 games so far. That 3rd game will be played tomorrow, and we will not have that call here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network. Come out, get your tickets at GoBearcats.com. That game, a 1 p.m. first pitch. Right back here at the Dawn. It's going to be another beautiful day for baseball. So come out, bring the family, and enjoy a beautiful evening at the ballpark. Then I will be back on the air on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network Tuesday, right back here in Huntsville, as Sam Houston will host Miller. So you go through Texas Southern. That was just a dominating series. But then you open up WAC play, now 2 games. And you got 1 more against Tarleton to try to sweep the series. But then, Brian, you face Baylor, and then you go at Rice. So they're going to have a little 2-game break before conference play gets back underway at Lamar, and those are going to be two really tough games for Sam Houston. That's going to kind of gauge their temperature right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to play Baylor, and then you're going to back it up with Rice. You better be playing your best baseball against those two teams, and I know Sam Houston will. And but you know what? That's what in my opinion, I think playing a tough opponent early in the season really will help you in the long run. And certainly Sam Houston got a tough schedule to begin with, and with Baylor coming in on Tuesday, Rob, that ought to be a great game. Wish I could be here with you. I know you'll have a great, to be exciting.
Yeah, they're facing two Big 12 opponents this season in Baylor. Well, one Big 12. I get confused because Texas is still in the Big 12. So you face two in Texas. Then you face A&M in the SEC. So it's three really big Power 5 type schools that you're facing here on the diamond. And it's a tough test for Sam Houston. Of course, they played Texas earlier in the season. They lost that game 10-2 right before this 5-game winning streak started. They hosted them here. It was the largest turnout, almost 3,000 people. It was the biggest turnout in Bearcat baseball history here at the Don. But Sam Houston is well on their way. Brian, it's been a fun one, man. I appreciate you being here with me, and look forward. I know you can't be here on Tuesday, but look forward to the next one that you can jump on with me.
Yeah, Rob, this has been such a blast for me. I love it. I love calling ball games with you. Man, especially the Bearcats with what they're doing. I mean, the teams they're playing, the level they're playing at. I mean, it's exciting to be a Bearcat fan, and I just hope everybody can come out Tuesday and come watch the Bearcats take on the Baylor Bears. Ought to be a great ball game. Come out, support this team. Come watch some great baseball.
And Brian, of course, eat 'em up, cats. This broadcast has been authorized under rights granted by Sam Houston to Van Wagner. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner and Sam Houston Athletics. The executive producers of Sam Houston Baseball is Zach Kaditz. The coordinating producer is Desiree Chambers. And a special thanks, as always, to the Sam Houston Athletic Communications Office. Ben Reichert, appreciate all of his efforts helping us. Studio operations by the flagship back at KSAM. Thank you to Luke Scott and Colin, who are helping out tonight. They were running the dials for us back at the flagship. Again, tune in for the next broadcast here on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network. We'll have that call of Sam Houston hosting Baylor. You can check that one out. We'll go on at 6:15 with pregame on Tuesday, 6:30, first pitch. Friends, as always, I'm Rob Hipp reminding you that tonight we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Good evening, and God bless from Huntsville, Texas. We'll see you, friends.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better Physicians.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, cats.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearcat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Bearcat Baseball is a presentation of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Sam Houston Athletics in partnership with KSAM Sports. Rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without express written consent of Van Wagner, SHSU, our advertising partners, and 101.7 KSAM. Eat 'em up, cats. Join us for great family